WIIFTBP.
Spyware or virus removal from your computer? Well, contact RPC Computer Repair in South Shore and let us help you with all your computer repair services and print needs. Need office or print production services, copies, scans, fax, or even notary service? Then stop by and support RPC Computer Repair and Print Shop located 1741 East 71st Street in the 71st Street corridor, newly revitalized South Shore areas, and let RPC be your one-stop shop, where we believe RPC is your PC. RPC Computer Repair is also a UPS access point where you can drop off and pick up your important packages. So let RPC be of service to you. Call RPC Computer Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. through 6 p.m. at 773-966-4457. That's 773-966-4457. Visit RPC at rpccomputeringinc.com for more information.
WIIFTBP, media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP, media's just for you and me.
Come all the way with me. Don't leave me now.
Church Chicago's Power Hour. I'm your host, Angie Mims, and
Terrence Keys.
TD, aka Terrence Daniels.
do you believe that God's going to turn it around?
I got to.
Definitely.
Why?
Why? Because he's did it before.
Come on.
And he'll do it again.
Yes.
That you can do it again.
Yes. Yes. Come on here.
Come on, I better leave that alone. I feel
Somebody calling you right now.
Somebody calling you right now, Lord. If it ain't one thing, I better go. God's gonna turn it around.
And I feel like we have to encourage the people because so many people are just truly depressed. They're going through the holiday blues, and we want you to know that you don't have to be discouraged. But you can in fact be encouraged because God's going to turn it around.
Turn it around. It's me again. God's gonna turn it around. I'm calling on you. You did it before.
Steve Standing.
I've never been lucky at love, no never. I've never been good at holding on. A heart broken so many pieces, but I'll just keep on moving on because I'll never give up on love, no never, no never, and I'll never give up on trust, whatever come what may. All that I wanna say, that true love's gonna come my way. Alright, I'm looking for a lover for me. Could you be the one for me? Yeah, alright, just looking for forever for me. For me. See, I never ever thought that I could love again. I never ever thought that I could ever win. But don't ever give up, no, and don't ever give in. See, I pray that true love finds me in the end. I'll never give up on love, I will never. And I'll never know trust. I will never. Looking for a lover for me. See, I'm looking for a lover for me, yeah. And it's alright. Looking for forever. I'm looking for forever. For me. Every night. Hey. Make love to her right. Oh, find her glad she's the only one. She's the only one. I'm gonna treat her like mine. See, I'm gonna give her everything. Whatever she wants. Plus a 10-carat diamond ring. Baby. Alright. Woo. I'm looking for a lover for me. Looking for a lover. Could it be you? And it's baby, it's alright. Looking for forever for me. I'm looking for forever for me. Alright. Hey, looking for a lover for me. I'm looking, still looking. And it's alright. Looking for forever for forever. For me.
You proved me wrong. This ain't a regular love, baby. It's that waking out your sleep with me massaging your feet, baby. It's that anything you want, I'm only here to please you, baby. You're my command. Your kiss sends me a shot of dopamine. Oh no, I never had an interest in love until I met you, and I don't know just a phase I'll go through, but I feel that it's true. We don't need no labels, babe. What we got is something different. We don't need no labels, babe. Lady, we don't need no labels to show that what we have is something special. For sure, for sure. I don't feel it's a one night stand. No. It's that look you in your eyes. Make love in paradise. I want a lifestyle. It's that sweep you off your feet. Give you everything you need. That's what I'm feeling. It's that don't pick up the phone, cause we wanna be alone. And I never thought I'd feel this way. Then you came along and proved me wrong. No, I never had an interest in until I met you. And I don't know if it's real, or is it just a phase I go through? But I feel that it's true. We don't need no labels, babe. What we got is something different. We don't need no labels, babe. Lady, we don't need no labels to show that what we have is something special. For sure. Since you came in my life, I see so clear now, yeah. You're so special. No need for labels.
WIIFTBP.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gon' sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. So many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Lenders give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And up the seal carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this is a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Ruthie Moore, in the building. What's up, Ruthie Moore?
What up? Good morning.
How you feeling?
Oh, it's raining.
It's raining? All right, I'm going to give you a hot second. Hey, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my girl, Ruthie Moore, in the building, y'all. I am making it today. I went on an excursion last night. I dipped out last night after 7 o'clock, and y'all know I get nervous after 7 o'clock. In the nighttime, I'll be like, I'm far away from my bed. I'm getting nervous. But I decided yesterday that I was not going to let summertime shy pass me by without at least once making it to Summer Breeze by Eve. You know Eve? Do you know Eve Bridgeforth? Ruthie Moore? Uh-oh.
No.
You don't know Eve? Why your camera just go on me like that?
I know Eve from the Rough Riders.
Yeah, you know what? I have a story about that. I'll tell you off here. Something just happened with our camera, so I'm trying to get some stuff together. So I'm gonna start here. All right, y'all. It's Maze Jackson, Ruthie Moore. So anyway, last night, Ruthie, I went to View Rooftop. You ever been there? Mm-hmm. Ruthie, why you ain't tell me?
You liked it?
I did. It was like truly the plug.
It's rooftop season.
Well, you know I got my own rooftop.
That don't count.
That's not fair. I mean, that's kind of why I got it. How you gonna just
That
dash
don't count.
my
Come
little
on, it don't gotta go to somebody else's rooftop.
dash my? Well, you know what? I did go to somebody else's rooftop. I did. Well, yesterday I went to View Rooftop. What's my man Markel Jordan was playing? What's the matter, DJ? You looking? I'm trying to. One of my cameras just went on me. So if the Ruthie Moore camera came back. All right. Look. So anyway, Ruthie, I went out there yesterday. Carrie and I went. They were playing live music. I think everybody is just a tad bit confused on how the mask thing works.
You're supposed to put them back on.
Yeah, I don't know if everybody got that memo.
They didn't.
I was looking stupid, right? I'm walking around my mask at the bar, the hole you dig, and it's like everybody like, what you thought?
You felt mask shamed.
I did, so I took it off and went outside.
Oh.
But I did sit outside and I had some drinks. But it was great to see so many people there. Saw Dawn there. Dawn is the entertainment capital of Chicago at this point. Well, she's the moving target capital. Her and Cousin Juan, because Cousin Juan. Okay, so y'all, I've been beating up Lollapalooza, and I still am gonna beat it up. But because Cousin Juan is the black person that's got the black joint, that y'all know Cousin Juan stayed as the entertainment fighter the whole entire COVID pandemic. And she had when I say no shame in her game, I don't mean shame like she had anything to be shamed for, but she was definitely like making sure that all of the people who lived on the artist and entertainment industry knew about all the grants. She simplified everything. She was like, ain't nobody got all that paperwork to be no artist, no entertainer. And so she is now essentially reaping the rewards of being a fighter for it. So I'm cheering on Juan, even though I'm also praying for her, because I have set a perimeter for today. Like, I'm not going anywhere near the COVID cloud, because I do believe that there will be a airborne cloud of COVID that will descend upon, and I just got to stay 500 feet from downtown.
The street closures are worse than COVID.
Ooh. The street closures, again, goes back to my whole point. Like, all the people around the world love the street closures, and it's an international thing, but it's a local pain in the ass, because they be cutting down the streets for 2 weeks. And it's like a week after, they still ain't got the streets back up, because they got to put the park back together. Think about how much money they must take up out of here to tear a whole Grand Park up and replant it every year. Think about that. Like, think about what it must take. How much money when they say, you're going to tear all that up. Because, like when black people have a picnic, cookout at the park, you know how they be putting the wood down so they don't drive on the grass, so they don't get the fees. They just be like, you know what, just tear it all up. We'll start over. Every year. That's a lot of grass.
I'm with you.
So I show her, I'm telling y'all now, I'm going to cut. Cousin Juan taking us all on a private jet trip after this. She better be balling. Okay.
But I went to View Rooftop last night. Ruthie, it was a great view, great time, live music. I had a few drinks. Saw quite a few people there. People, the Maze Jackson show, man, I got a few drinks yesterday. Because people was like, man, keep doing what you're doing.
Oh, that's really nice.
It really was. Except for when I woke up this morning. Because I was like, what time is it? Last night when I was planning my outfit, I did it after the party. Can you tell I got sweats and my beach shirt on?
This will do. This is fine.
I'm gonna be comfortable. All right, Ruthie Moore, how you feeling today? It's Thursday, so we only got one more day after today. How you? What's cracking?
Nothing. Sleepy. Tired.
Did you go out last night? You stay in? Did you ride your bike? I'm still. You know you're on my shade list, right?
It's okay. I've been on worse lists.
Oh, dang.
Santa Claus, the naughty list. Sorry.
Dang, you like, oh well. All right, DJ Reese the Ruler, how you feeling? I'm not gonna take it. I'm not gonna steal your line.
The best, you already know the rest. How y'all doing today?
All right, man. You know people was calling me last night. Did DJ quit? Cause it wasn't no week Wednesday.
Nah, you know what? See, our traditional is we used to always only always take 1 week off a month. So this our regular.
Okay. Y'all gonna take 1 week off a month. All right. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all what. We gotta get this live one. We gotta get a live one. I'm telling you. I'm thinking, Ruthie, like I'm almost thinking about y'all shouldn't even get it in the studio no more. Y'all should just do it at TP. Cause if y'all just did it at TP every Wednesday, it'd just have a built-in crowd. Cause people be around there and it'd be like, I think, you remember Luke had After Dark? Do you remember when Luke had his show?
Nah.
Okay. You don't. Yeah. One day Google Luke After Dark, because he had a talk show, on. Does anybody remember Luke's show? Okay, when I tell you Luke, you thought week was Wednesday. It's crazy. Luke's show. Let me tell you, it went down during the interview. It was going down like somebody be sitting on the couch right next to you. It was something. I don't know if we could do that these days. We probably get canceled before we even got started. All right. Well, unless you got all the way down to the 700. We had to put it on on WIIFTBP channel 7,000. You know where all them other channels be. Not that I know nothing about them channels and nothing. All right, y'all. It is Maze, Ruthie, and Reese in the studio today. Let's do this. Let's get the soul plane up to 60,000 feet because we got so much going on. You ready, Reese? You ready to get this thing up? Let's get it up in the air. Let's get it up, and away. Hey, Ruthie, you feeling lucky?
Sure.
It's the cannabis
I know.
lottery day. It's I'm waiting to look at the internets and see the world pop off, and I'm waiting to see social equity take its rightful place in the annals of Chicago history. Because today, what is that I'm hearing underneath me? I hear God's gonna turn it around. Oh, so okay. I'm like, look, I'm getting used. He was like, he was talking. I was like, you got to cut the talking part out because when he started talking, I'd be like, as I'm hearing things, is the Lord speaking to me specifically? I'd be like, God is telling me something. So Ruthie, I am fired up to see what's gonna happen today. All right, so shout out to all of the cannabis social equity applicants who are hoping today as part of Lottery 1. I think they're going to award 65 licenses today. Or is it 56? I got my dyslexia going on. 65, 56, 56, 65. Whatever it is, it's going to be some happy Negroes today, hopefully. What would y'all do, though, if we woke up and, all white people got the licenses again? If the second wave and it was just, all white people again. Right? You think JB will get rid? How many black votes you think JB will get? I think JB gonna get all the black votes because y'all just be forgetting everything anyway. No cannabis. I'm still salty. Ruthie, did you hear me when I told y'all that that the VGT operators, them dudes with them slot machines, make over $100 and something million a month? Mm-hmm. $100 million a month, and guess how many black owners they got?
None.
0. So while we are on top of the cannabis lottery today, the green, hoping well for all the black people please know that they are absconding with cash hand over fist everywhere in the state, and they be like, look over here, look over here. Now we got to get this. All right. What about
Wait, what time is the lottery? Is it like
you can't watch it.
I was gonna say, is it like something you can watch and be like,
Nah, it ain't like that.
Like the NBA draft, and then once they win, they jog down the aisle happy.
Oh no, it's not like that. I think it's like they do it online. You can see all the details on the IDPFR website. They got all the rules of what's gonna happen today on the lottery. All I know is you know me, I just wait for Facebook. I wait for Facebook, and they'll tell me probably before. Right? They'll be like, I bet if you go to the KPMG page, they probably already know who won.
Dang.
Be like, hey,
dang.
If you could break into their chat, they probably like, we've rigged it. This is how we've rigged it. Okay, well, let me stop. It's all fair. It's all equitable. You know what I mean about equitable, though, making white people re-rich.
Good luck, everybody.
Speaking of white people and rich, did you see the MacArthur Foundation said they back reparations? Like publicly stood up and said that they're calling for reparations to undo the harm done to African Americans, and then they touted their $8 billion firm, $8 billion foundation, Chicago-based roots, and they have a $2 million local fund. We're gonna talk about that because Ruthie, I see all of these people, white. We got to take advantage of this white guilt before it goes away. I'm just saying they're going to be like, it's going to be one day when they're going to be like, man, F these ends.
F these ends.
You know they saying it right now under their breath. It's going to be open, though. They're going to say it out loud. And so I'm just saying why they like, Lord, please don't let the ends go for revenge. Because they still a little nervous. They like, we got by with one on this George Floyd because they was like, they could have cooked the whole thing. So I'm just saying they said that they're back. And so check it out. They gave away $80 million yesterday. 5 to your friends, the Obamas. Speaking of the Obamas, did y'all hear that? Don't tell nobody. I was watching The View. And while I was watching The View, they said that the number one thing that people should be proud of about America is President Obama. Like, with all the failures of everything that is going on in the country, that the one thing that for the century that America has to be proud of is Barack Obama. Like, that is the reason to be proud of America. That was pretty deep to me. Like, out of all, land of the free, home of the brave, Yellowstone Mountains, Harold Washington, I don't know. They said the one thing that the world has, the reason that the thing that America should be most proud of is President Obama. And I would argue that I could see white people saying that to relieve their conscience, but I would also argue that he let the genie out the bottle. His election was remember, what was it that happened that made the South rise again? What was the catalyst? I wish Salim was up this early watching. I want to know, remember there was something that kicked off the second wave of the Klan? Right? It was and remember that and it was like after the movie came out. What was the movie? You know, the movie with
Birth of a Nation.
Birth of a Nation came out, and it kicked off I almost feel like Barack Obama was the new Birth of a Nation. Because it led to the Tea Party, which was a veiled, they tried to talk about, we were all about taxes. Get y'all wasn't about taxes. Y'all was like, there was some really interesting balloon characters they came up with. I remember during the Tea Party was the rebirth of the noose. It was. Like, the noose became the thing, and it was like, what do you mean? This is just for us to go roping cattle. Remember? Then it all started. Then it started seeping out. Then it was the yeah, man. I don't know if we, like, segregation had just, or racism, not racism. They had kind of just, put it just a little bit under the dirt. But I feel like when they piled the dirt on it, it was fertile soil. And from it sprang this state that we live in right now, which is, I'm telling y'all, I could clearly see, like, I could clearly see us having a divided country, so much so that it either became safe places and safe states and not safe states. I could clearly see that happening in this country. I don't know if you all have heard the campaigns about the civility conversation. They got this ad campaign about civility and having difficult conversations, and it's okay to have difficult conversations.
Yeah, or whatever.
And you didn't see the one where they was like, the commercial where the girl says, well, what if you grew up thinking that the best way to take a shower was wearing your clothes? Just because you learned it when you grew up that way doesn't mean that it's really, Joe Biden is nervous. I'm telling you, Joe Biden know. Joe Biden know if he if he doesn't make it, and they try to put Kamala, these white folks gonna go crazy. I'm just telling you, because I just feel a certain way. It's going down. Look, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. We are up at 60,000 feet. We're going to take a quick break. The Ruthie, what is up with the Ruthie Cam going in and out? We're going to come on back to it. Ruthie, it's like they putting an effect on you. They put a filter on you. They gave you the blur. Like, that's the effect that photographers try to get in the background, not when you are the feature. So, look, y'all, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to fix Ruthie's camera, and then we'll be back after these messages. This is the Mace Jackson Show. We want to welcome the WBGX audience. Hey, y'all. What's up to everybody at 1570 AM, WBGX Radio, and everybody on TuneIn. We'll be right back.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIIFTBP.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday.
You sure looking good tonight, baby. I just wanna make sweet love to you tonight, baby. If you don't mind, let me tell you.
Hey there, sexy lady of my dream. Can I have you here with me? I just wanna love you down. Yeah. I'm making you scream my name. Oh, loving your body. I'll be kissing your body, and I'll be caressing your body. Oh, baby, just come on. Loving your body. I'll be loving, feeling your body. And I'm gonna touching your body all night, baby. Now I'm about to fulfill your fantasy. So come a little closer, bring your body to me. I'm trying to take my time, I won't rush at all, 'cause you deserve the best. I'm gonna love, I'm gonna kissing your body until the morning comes. Oh, baby, just touch. Come on, come on. Loving your body. And let me feel your body. And I just wanna touching your body. If you don't mind, baby, let me love. Loving your body. I just wanna kiss in your body. Don't stop me, baby. Kissing your body. Oh, baby, baby. Come on, come on. And let me feel your body. Please, baby. Touching your body. Baby, 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 baby. La, 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 la. Oh, baby. Please, please. Oh, please, baby. We're gonna get it on. Tonight, let's get it on. Get it on. I wanna love. Kissing your body. All night, baby. Kissing your body. Oh, baby. Don't stop, no. Loving your body. Just let me love. Feeling your body. I just wanna touch your body. You all night long. Come on. I wanna do it again. Kissing your body. I wanna do it again. Kissing your body. I just can't get enough of you, baby. Feeling your body. Touching your body. I just wanna feel you tonight, baby. Makes me love. If you don't mind, if you don't sip a little wine, sip a little wine, spend a little time. Ooh, I wanna make me love. Ooh, I wanna make me love. Ooh, I wanna make me love.
WIIFTBP.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning, what's in it for the Black People Media? The time is now 6:38 a.m. and I am Reach the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports weather and traffic update. In sports, the White Sox was against the Royals in Kansas City. Game went to extras in the bottom of the 10th with 2 outs. Royals Michael Taylor hits a walk-off single and the South Side will lose 3-2. Cubs at Wrigley in Game 3 of a 4-game series against the Reds. Joey Votto was too much as he homers twice in consecutive nights as the Cubs will lose 8-2. Now on the traffic. On the Kennedy, O'Hare to the Loop 20 minutes, outbound to O'Hare 17. Eden inbound from Deerfield to Exchange 28, back out will be the same. On the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop 28 minutes, back out to Thorndale 30. On the Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan 28 minutes, outbound will be 30. Bishop Ford I-80 to the Dan Ryan 33 minutes, 30 minutes to I-80. On the Dan Ryan 17 minutes to the Circle, 15 minutes to 95th. DuSable Lakeshore Drive, 55th to Jackson will be 7 minutes. Jackson to 55th, 7 minutes. On the north side, Randolph to Bryn Mawr will be 8 minutes. Bryn Mawr to Randolph, also 8 minutes. Today's weather, it is currently 75 and mostly cloudy. Today will be a high of 84 and a low of 68. I'm Reese the Ruler. Now back to the Mays Jackson Show.
Back to the Mays Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Mays Jackson. Mays Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
try to build around and can't protect us. We see the lies now other politicians. We need money and no symbolism. It's Maze, it's Sonia, and Ruthie, and Todd, explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't tryna help us, they ain't tryna do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect your oppressed to solve on.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Miss Ruthie Moore, in the building. DJ Reese the Ruler on the ones and the twos. And y'all, it is 6:30. Let me run through just a few more of these headlines very quickly. Did you see the new Jewel Osco opening on 94th and Ashland? I didn't know that one got liberated, but apparently it got liberated, and it is in Auburn Gresham. So I guess that line right there at Ashland is where the Beverly Auburn Gresham line is, right? And so that Jewel on 94th/5th and Ashland yesterday was reopened. They had a grand reopening, and did you know they opened up a community room? 2,200 square feet location for the South Shore drill team to practice. Now, you know what I thought was interesting about that, though?
Now maybe they won't loot it.
You know what I was thinking, though, Ruthie?
Make them feel a part of the community.
I was thinking something more nefarious. You know they cleaning out the east side. And, you know, so if you moved the South Shore drill team off the... Because, you know, they was all east, right? It was always... So they moving it west because they getting over close to clean out the east side. And, you know, South Shore drill team, let me stop. I ain't gonna even go there. But I'm just telling you, that makes me a little discomfortable. That's one less anchoring tenant on the east side of Chicago for black folks. But I am super excited for the South Shore drill team being able to have that 2,200 square foot community location to rehearse practice in what would probably be close to one of the safest neighborhoods in Chicago. What did that mean?
I just wish they had their own space and they didn't have to get in bed with a corporation.
Yeah. Usually, though, it's interesting. It's interesting because...
We need community centers for young people for stuff like that.
It's funny, Ruthie. We need our own corporations that can donate it, though. Right? Like, it's a weird circle that it's a weird circle that we're in because, again, the community centers are wonderful for us temporarily. And then when we go, they be like, this is a great place. And I'm always hoping that we can build business and that our own businesses can finance our own stuff. But alas, I'm starting to give up. No, I'm not saying I'm giving up. I'm just got to do it a different way. Lollapalooza weekend. So tomorrow, like I said, tonight, it actually kicks off. So the cloud is up, as well as the NBA draft is tonight. What the Bulls don't even got no good draft picks, right? Second round.
Yeah, like 33.
Oh, man, maybe we get Ayo. That'd be good. I'll take Ayo. Ayo DeSumo, come on. But you know, it doesn't really work out when you come back home. Not in Chicago, because Chicago is hard. But did y'all see that they talking about bringing Derrick Rose back?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've been saying that for like the past year, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Man, I would love to see Derrick Rose come back, except for, you know, Derrick Rose. Somebody pointed out to me yesterday, I think I was listening to the Bigs. They said maybe Derrick Rose was the first person with mental health issues in basketball that like recognizable in our modern times. And we just didn't know it was that. Y'all, I want to talk about this some more because I got whooped yesterday. And so it's really interesting. And we're gonna have this. We're gonna say this for a little while longer because I want. Does winning matter anymore? in games in sports? Like, does it really, like, should we just start enjoying the art of games?
That's what they teaching us now. So, like,
I mean, like, the participation trophy is officially a thing.
Yes, you know, it's about having fun, you know, nowadays.
So we're gonna talk about that. See, it's funny. It's like I guess I just am bred different. Because can I tell you, if it's two people, I want to be first. I'm just saying. I want to have the option to be not first. But if it's two people in anything, and I'm one of the two, I feel like
I'm with you.
I be like, that's why it's like you notice, like, when we go to basketball, I never even, you don't even see me dribble the ball. Because you're not going to even get me in a space where you can say I whooped up Maze on the basketball court. You're just not getting it. Cause you see how Boog did Todd on that one video? You're never getting me like that. Like, I played my son one day, I almost had a heart attack. I was like, this is the last time I'm doing this. I was like, I gotta get my heart rate up. Don't we got a commercial that say that? Mm-hmm. I gotta get my heart rate up. I'm not playing. All right, y'all, it's time for the social media question of the day. Reese, you got that big voice for me? Give it to me. Let me go.
For the social media question of the day.
Hey, Ruthie, did you know we have the CPS is a recipient of $1.85 billion in COVID relief funds? Why y'all looking like that? That's right, $1.85 billion. That's how many zeros is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 zeros. Put 1.8 in 1, 8, and 8 zeros.
Yeah, it was 8 zeros.
1, 8 and 8 zeros. $1.8 billion. That's a lot of money. Mm-hmm. That could fund a highway. That could fund roads. That could fund a lot of stuff. CPS is going to get $1.85 billion one time, though, in COVID relief funds. And there is now a debate as to what should happen with that $1.85 billion. Now, you know what CTU said. CTU's like, look, we got to fund the systemic inequity, and we got to get new positions and new jobs and new people and new places and new teachers. School board says, now look, we can't spend $1.85 billion because once we start opening up all these new positions, when we run out of money, we're going to start operating at a deficit. So it got me to thinking, probably the smartest people who know what to do with that money, we probably got them somewhere on air or in our audience. And so I decided to ask the social media question of the day. What should CPS spend $1.85 billion in federal funds on? Now, I want to start here. I want to start with the fact that 1 in 4 black kids that go to CPS go to an underperforming school. That's where we should start, to me. And I don't know what brings those schools into range, but it seems to me that if we're going to spend $1.85 billion and everything we've talked about is inequity, a significant chunk of that money should be specifically allocated to the lowest performing schools in the district.
For what? What you gonna do with the money at the schools?
So that's what I'm asking you, Ruth. You the smart one. I'm just saying, let me argue with the people and say, look, if we know that all the white kids go to great schools, right? It's only 1% of the population. What are they, like 5 or 10% of the population of CPS? The majority is like 31% is Latino and 30 something is. Anyway, here's my point. We know that they closed 56 schools, primarily in the black neighborhoods, which we've not recovered from. How do we raise the standard of teachers, resources, peripheral support around those schools? Is it infrastructure? Does every school, every black school that doesn't have, like how they talk about the school books and all of that good stuff? Do we move the kids to electronics? Do we ensure that every child has an iPad and a computer, right? So that they are enter the digital universe, right? It costs $100 million to give everybody an iPad at the school.
$100 million?
Yep. To give all CPS students an iPad. Right? So, if you give them a Surface, you could probably cut that in half because, them things be like one half of what Apple is, Ruthie. But I would, you could get everybody an iPhone, an iPad, and a computer. Let's say every student, it's because right now it's only like 300,000. No, it's like, what is it, 600,000 students? No, it's 320,000 students in CPS. That's kind of low, don't you think? Don't that sound kind of low?
It is.
So my question is, what do we do with $1.8 billion? Or think about this, Ruthie. Ooh. Think about the fact that Aramark got the contract again. Mm-hmm. Think about if $1.85 billion, we took some of that and said, okay, we're going to reinvest in the community, in local janitors and local hiring in the schools to ensure, there's got to be something that we need in our schools for $1.85 billion. And here's my thing. I feel like they're going to have this discussion. They're going to split it up, and we're going to look up, and the money is going to be gone to some Latino housing initiative or something along the lines. And we, knowing that 1 in 4 of our kids that go to CPS are going to be shortchanged. You ever had money and then you spent it, and then you think about everything you could have done after you spent it?
Of course.
Right? Like, you be like, man, when you got, like, let's say you got $50,000 and you clear with all your bills and everything, and then you start picking at it. And then by the time you done went on a trip, you done bought you some new furniture, you got a new TV. Next thing you be nickel and diming, it's all gone. And then you be like, damn, we don't even got no air conditioning in the schools. Right? Like, we still have schools that are, do they build the school in the South Loop to stop them from taking over NTA? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like they're talking about this $1.85 billion, and everybody's got a plan that they're going to get wealthy off of. Mm-hmm. And our kids will be shortchanged. What role are the local school councils playing in the division of this money?
Now, that's a good question.
What has each school's strategic needs been? So we got Devin, right, who is a local school council. We got a bunch of local school council members. But even as we're hearing this debate is between CTU, an interim CEO who we'll talk about in the next segment, and CPS. And I gotta say that these local school councils have got to probably be offering up some strategic plan. Is there supplemental learning? Is there Ruthie, are we putting in our schools to teach the kids how to use the 3D printers? Is every school got a 3D printer in a class? Do they have adequate computer labs now? Do we bring all of those places that are substandard so that those kids that are returning back to school in this place come back, and now every kid is sitting in the class and they're interactive with their iPad, their class, and all of it working together? Do we take the backpacks off of our children's backs and say, okay, we're going to replace it with an iPad at all of these schools, and because we know we can engage them, do we do a interactive between the house and school I don't know. But I got to say that, y'all, they are discussing this, chopping up this $1.85 billion, and everybody's eyes are big as saucers, and we're not in that conversation. And so I don't, is this the time where do we reinstate recess? Damn it. Mm. Do we, if there's going to be a longer school day, do you fund the time for the kids to have recess and teach them how to play kickball? Teach them how to, do you reinvigorate the sports programs around the schools? Do you build a studio in every school so that instead of these drill rappers that's going to the school making killer songs, they have the opportunity to put out a mixtape from their school. And it's the battle of the schools and the mixtapes. In some kind of way, though, are we taking this $1.85 billion and saying, hold up. So if all the white kids go to performing schools, Latinos 1 in 8 go to an underperforming school, and for us, it's 1 in 4. I think we at least need to be like $800 million of that $1.8 billion is going straight to black. You like, no? Am I crazy?
But how though?
That's why I'm asking. You the smart one.
Saying, our infrastructure be a little off.
So how? This is another one of those moments though. Right? Remember when I told y'all JB spent $200 million and there was no political infrastructure left? They're gonna spend one. Can I tell you who gonna have a plan for this money? The Chewy mob. They're gonna rebuild some more. They're gonna say, okay, here are our magnet elementary schools. Here are our vocational elementary schools. They're gonna have a plan. And I'm not the educator at all. But I just know that they are, when $1.85 billion is on the table and we're not at the discussion and we are the people, 56 of them schools came straight out y'all tails. To me, that's a reparations program. Excuse me, we need a black school reparations for those 56. We need to plug the 56 holes that y'all put in these communities. What y'all want to put in them?
Oh, that sounds kind of like CTU plan.
What, plug the holes?
Plug the community holes. Are you advocating socialism, Maze?
No, I am not. I'm saying plug them holes with some economic. I'm with it. But look, if it's going to turn some economic benefit that allows us to fish instead of waiting, I'm okay with that. But I look around and I say, who's got our back in this conversation? They are literally right now talking about $1.85 billion. I'm going to do this. I'm going to open up the phone lines. Ruthie, you don't got no ideas at all? Can you have one while I go open up the phone line though real quick?
Sure. I think the money could be used for trades and vocation, because if you look at kind of how the workforce is moving into that direction, I think it could also be used to get young people excited about emerging industries and some of the tech and manufacturing things that Chicago has going on. So I think a career focus might be good. But also I think we need some interventions, violence interventions for young people.
Okay. I think right there is where we might be needing to figure it out. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. CPS has $1.85 billion to spend. $1.85 billion to spend, and they're discussing it, and I feel like I'm okay with plugging the community holes. I don't know that we use it to create more.
They could bolster the fund that allows CPS students to attend city colleges for free. But I guess increase the funding to that and let it go, like make it specifically for
black.
Sure.
No, well, I guess my question is how many of us are taking
CPS?
Okay, I'm with that. I guess my question is how many of our children are taking advantage of that?
So likely not enough, but if they bolster that fund, then that will bolster the awareness. I think right now you might need a certain GPA to do it, but take away them GPA requirements.
But
allow the families of CPS students to also attend city colleges for free. There are plenty of trades being offered at city colleges.
Oh, so you're not saying you got to go for a degree. You could go for a certificate.
Oh,
you
yeah,
can go for something
definitely.
that allows
I'm talking about with an emphasis on the trades.
You know what?
For people's families and for the young people.
You know that Sort of like what they're doing over at Malcolm X, right? How they've turned it into almost like a nursing college to feed into the medical district that's over there. Unfortunately, when you go to Malcolm X, I'm telling you, they're gonna be calling it Malcolm Xavier Naragius something, because I don't even think no black people hardly go to Malcolm X no more. Let me go to the lines. Brother Frank is on the line. Brother Frank, you got to go ahead and make it quick because we can ready to go to break. What's going on, Brother Frank? What should we do with $1.85 billion?
Oh, my God. Well, first of all, good morning, Brother May. Welcome back, Sister Ruthie. You know we shout out to you every day. And Ruthie, good morning to all you guys. Listen, when you can go to a break, a lot of you couldn't just hang on to go to a break and come back. I'm going to lay this out. You can tell Ruthie is an aquarium. Because what she said is exactly right. I'm on the same line. Brother May, $1 billion going to the bank. You don't touch that. Just what the $850 million. Let the $1 billion grow with interest. Because next year come around. Bring back the bands, home economics, Woodstock, and add auto mechanics, carpentry, electricity. Get some trade schools in there. You see what I'm saying? It's like you said, Brother May, next year you'll run out of money selling stuff in the red. Okay? Working from there, work at $850 million. That's still a whole lot of money. You know what I'm saying? And bring back these teachers back. That's what they can do, but just don't run out. Grow that money and let the interest that it earns keep you going. You see what I'm saying? Let it keep it going. Next year, you got another budget coming in. It's going to pile up. They have been set on the path where they can be going to Emerald City and never look back. You see what I'm saying? Work this money. You know what I mean? And let it grow. And then keep what you got invested in it. Let it keep it going. The interest alone will keep it going. $1 billion sitting in the bank earning interest. Take half that interest. Invest it back in your school. The other half on top of the main town. Man, we should never have no financial problem with CPS. But if they just run that money and give it all gone, we jack. We'll be right back in the same situation. Ruthie is right on. She's spot on what she was saying. I'm not just saying because I like her. The girl got a brain.
Uh-oh.
I like Ruthie.
Frank done stole you from his son. All right, y'all. This is the Maze Jackson Show. Brother Frank said Ruthie's right. We're going to talk about it some more. Plus, when we come back, hey, y'all remember Janice Jackson quit, right?
She ain't quit.
Her contract expired. She chose not to renew it again, even though the mayor wanted her to. Now, you can call that what you want to call it.
She ain't quit. She just moved on.
She's still in Chicago.
She moved on.
She be on Instagram. She ain't moved that far. But in the meantime, Jose Torres was appointed as the interim CEO. I recall the mayor saying that we would be, towards the end of July, we would be finalizing who is the new CEO. And now the interim CEO is talking about what his plans are for the school year. What happened to the city finding a new school chief? Does anybody even want to work in Chicago? We're going to talk about it all when we come back. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Lil Dante Hall, then some news, traffic, and weather, and we'll be back.
WIIFTBP. The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
Church Chicago's Power Hour. I'm your host, Angie Mims, and
Terrence Keys,
TD, a.k.a. Terrence Daniels.
I wish I had one witness in the house.
You got one.
Got a couple of them. Got
two T's.
Give me a testimony.
Oh, Lord. He's did it before. Oh, Lord.
I got one. Something better. I got 5 reasons.
5 reasons. Oh, Lord. He turned it around.
Turn it around. He woke me up this morning.
Oh. Don't do this. Don't do this.
Go
number
ahead.
4.
He woke me up this morning.
Come on, number 3. Come.
He woke me up.
Oh, Lord.
He woke you up.
That thing can touch you. One of them 5s will get you. What's the second one?
He woke
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, my God.
And the number 1 reason.
Number 1. Final answer.
He woke me up this morning.
He woke me up this morning.
That's a testimony.
That's a testimony.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 7:05 a.m. and I am Reese the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports, weather, and traffic update. In sports, the White Sox in action against the Royals in Kansas City. Game went to extras. In the bottom of the 10th with 2 outs, Royals' Michael Taylor hit a walk-off single as the South Side lose 3-2. The Chicago Cubs at Wrigley in Game 3 in the 4-game series against the Cincinnati Reds. Joey Votto once again homers twice in consecutive nights as the Northside Cubs lose 8-2. Now on the traffic, in the Kennedy, O'Hare to the Loop, 37 minutes, outbound to O'Hare 21. On the Eaton, inbound from Deerfield to the Exchange 42, Exchange to Deerfield 37. Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop, 31 minutes, back out to Thorndale 33. Stevenson, from I-355 to the Dan Ryan, 34 minutes, outbound 31. Bishop Ford from I-80 to the Dan Ryan, 33 minutes, 30 minutes back to I-80. On the Dan Ryan, 18 minutes to the Loop, 15 minutes to 95th. DuSable Lakeshore Drive South, 55th to Jackson, 8 minutes. Jackson to 55th, also 8 minutes. On the north side, Randolph to Bryn Mawr, 8 minutes. Bryn Mawr to Randolph, 9. Today's weather, it is currently 75 and partly cloudy. Today, expect a high of 84 and a low of 68. I'm Reese the Ruler, and that was your Chicagoland area sports weather and traffic update. Now here's Dante with What About My Love?
What about my love? Seems you have forgotten us. I do believe that something went wrong somewhere. What about my feelings? Do they mean anything at all? You got me so in love, I'm too blind to see. Put your hands together. Put your hands together. Before you leave out the door, before you leave out the door, baby, won't you change your mind? Really wish you would change your mind. Now that you got my love, you don't even come around. Now that you got my love, you got me standing on shaky ground. Now that you got my love, you don't come around. Now that you got all my love, yeah, you got me standing on shaky ground. Put your hands together. Put your hands together. Oh my, I had a conversation with her. This is how it went. Before you leave out the door, before you leave out the door, baby, won't you change your mind? Oh, Lord have mercy. 'Cause I need you and you need me. I know we can be happy. Just wait and see. Baby, won't you change your mind? I'll do better if you change your mind. Now that you got my love, you don't even come around. Now that you got my love, got me standing on shaky. Now that you got my love, you don't even come around. Now that you got my love, you got me standing on shaky ground. Baby, won't you change your mind? Baby, won't you change your mind? Oh no, I've been hoping, baby. I've been praying, baby. Yes, I have. Baby, won't you change your mind? Oh no. I've been hoping, baby, yeah. I've been praying down on my knees, praying that you change your mind. Oh, Lord have mercy, I'll do better if you change your mind.
WIIFTBP.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. Act 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happening in town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blotto. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this is a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
55. You are tuned into the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host and consigliere, like young mobster over here, Ruthie Moore.
No way.
Shout out to DJ Reese the Ruler. Hey, the consigliere has decided there will be no more Dante. Dante is done. So there will not be a 7 o'clock Dante moment anymore. We will be rotating the songs. That is true. We have been playing that song for a very long time and gotten that song a lot of love, a lot of plays, a lot of circulation to not even get a call in. Yeah, I'm with that. Ruthie around here Ruthie was like, why are we playing this?
I didn't say it
Ruthie
like
said,
that.
we changed our mind.
Maybe we done
Changed our mind. Like that, cuz, I mean.
Lord have mercy.
Yes. You. Hands in. I'm just saying. Like,
some things are,
Ruthie was not. See, I am going to say, these are the moments when I feel a certain kind of way. I ain't going to even lie. Because I do feel, look, they like, oh, hell nah, y'all take it down. Look, yo. It's got to be, like, if we was, hey, what station is playing it? I'm just saying. Ruthie is around here. Let me tell y'all what. Ruthie around here in the break. Ruthie had me one. Ruthie in the break got me around here mad now. I'm around here salty. I'm straight up like, she like, I mean, how long have you been playing that song?
We play it like every day. People be jamming to it.
Every day, 7, they be tagging them. They be like.
Not just the song, but the video too. Like, come on now.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, it is true. I mean, I'm just saying, you think about, like.
You can't call in.
Ruthie said you could call in on the toilet. We wouldn't even know.
Dang, Maze.
Early, though.
You wouldn't know.
Okay, there it is. There it is. It's too hard. You know what? And therein, that is the difference, right? So when them analytics change, then maybe one day Muggs will be like, wait a minute.
Sorry, we done
changed our mind. I'm going to tell y'all, Ruthie, we did. We play it. It's like, I'm just like, hey, yo, if somebody, yeah, I'm not
We ain't asking for too much, honestly.
I didn't say, we don't be doing like, it'd be people with way less. Y'all do realize we do have the most morning show social media viewers, right?
And they be showing love all the time.
Yep, sure do. I'm saying, yeah, like, so I'm with Ruthie. I'm gonna be quiet. I be talking, not be quiet. But Ruthie has ended that song. that is the end of that. So let me just say,
put your hands together.
They said put God's gonna turn around now.
Man, maybe we'll see.
I like that one.
I like God's gonna turn around. They show love. They be here every week, right? They problem is they joints be getting banned. It's like you play God gonna turn around. Next thing they be muting the whole station. I be like, y'all got the copyright. We got the copyright. I know I got you, but I'm just telling you, man. Ness done been telling us he got a new song coming. I'm just saying, Ness played me too though. I ain't going in front. Ness, you gonna perform for me, dog, for the anniversary? Okay. He hit me on the morning of the anniversary, talk about Ness. You know, man, it took a lot for me to call too, cause I was like, man, you know, for me to call people up and be like, all right, could you please perform? It was all chipper on the phone. And come on, everybody be down. I'm telling you. That'll never happen. Ever. Let's just be clear. That will never happen. So, Brandon, ever. That will never happen. So, on that note, I'm just telling you, it's not going to happen. Hey, Joe, I take the people up. I'm not... I'm up. We up. Everybody got their levels. I'm not tripping. That's just not my thing. I will play Streets of Bolingbrook every day, though.
Oh, my goodness.
Don't make me get King Sosa on y'all. I bet you if I call King Sosa, he'll come in.
I bet he will.
All right, y'all. This is the Maze Jackson Show. See, I'm just saying, why you even put that in the universe? Don't even make me, I be all minding my own business. Just be cool. Anyway, so let me just say this. Artists, if you have a song that we play on air that people fall in love with and we ask you to come check us out, come say what's up.
It was just call in.
I'm saying
picking up the phone and dialing the
hey,
number.
That's great. Thank you. I've gotten over 200,000. Well, that ain't us though. I mean, we don't count till we count. Then when we count, I be keeping a list though, right? I be like, oh, when I get famous or when I get rich, either one. I'm gonna be like, I got you. Do you ever, me, right? So I'll be the dude on ice cream day. Like when the ice cream truck come, I buy everybody except the people I don't like ice cream. And I buy them the big one. You get the $2. You ain't gotta get a popsicle. You can get a bomb pop.
Ooh.
And those are the ones you're supposed to buy something for though.
Right.
The ones, that you don't want to.
No.
You buy them first.
No. That's in a different world. That's in a different world. You do that. Now, that's when you invite them to your event, right? You be like, come see how we do. Now, when everybody eat, because, when everybody having ice cream, the worst is when the ice cream truck come and you got 25 cents on $1.25 ice cream. You know how your mama be like, here, take 50 cents. Mom, what can I buy with this? And you don't even want to buy a popsicle because you got to get and then for 50 cents, it's only the orange ones, right? And if you got an orange popsicle, did you ever have to eat the push-up? Did you push-up? What?
You talking about 50-cent ice cream? This is not 1960. You talking about 50-cent ice cream? Ice cream on an ice cream truck ain't cost 50 cents since Leave It to Beaver.
Wow.
No, Ruthie.
You at least got to come with $1. At least.
I'm telling you why I know about the popsicle.
Cash app.
That's why I know about the popsicle, right? Because I used to get played on popsicle on ice cream truck day. That's why I had a job. So I could get what I wanted. That's all I got to say.
Not ice cream truck sale.
Janessa got it right. You got the one with the white wrapper.
No
right?
picture.
No
the one
picture.
That came in the box that says on the box, not for individual sale.
Right.
Boy, that not for individual sale don't mean nothing in the hood.
It showed, man, it mean sell this individually. I'm like, you ain't supposed to sell this
This say no individual.
Hey, you want it or not?
Right on it, say 99 cents and you charge 125.
Can I tell you what though? That is exactly what the Arab corner stores do. If you drive down Madison at 6 a.m., right? And you see like all the stores on Madison loading up the corner stores. They be coming straight from Walmart. They have all types of bags from the suburbs walking straight in, and they be like, some people will put the price tag over the other price tag. You ever go to the corner store? You ever go, not the corner store, the gas station, you go to pick up, well, my cousin go to the gas station. And when he go to the gas station, and on the pack, it say 99 cents. 2 for 99 cents. And they be like, $2. I be like, dog, the package say 99 cents. They be like, $2. $2, brother.
I hate it.
No tax though, no tax. Thank you.
Unless you put it on your card. Because if you put it on your card, they be like, I got to charge you tax, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Unless it's your link card, then they scamming.
Well, then it's your link card. They be like, get your cigarettes, get everything.
I'll ring it up as cheese.
Right. I told y'all about they have figured out every way to abscond with our money. I'm telling you, if you go into the gas station now, you can see crab legs in the freezer. Go to a gas station now and go look in the freezer and don't you see some crab legs in that bad boy?
I'ma look.
Ruthie, I'm telling you, they got crab. Why you ever seen you ever been to Jerk Taco Man on Pulaski? Mm-hmm. The Jerk Taco Man on Pulaski. You see how he got all that frozen stuff in there? That's so they could take link.
Oh.
See, what they do is they say, okay, you buy it by the pound, they swipe it as link, and then they say, we'll cook it for you for free.
Nah, I knew that game right there.
Yep.
We fry fish.
Right. But it don't even be real fish. Speaking of that, yo, we are lacking on, yes, we still doing the best of Chicago's, right? We are lacking on the fish. Like, there was a poor list of black fish joints. Can somebody please go to my Facebook page and...
It's not a...
I mean, but Ruthie, like, okay, I gotta tell you.
They cornered the market.
Fried catfish, but they don't even do fried catfish no more. Like, I don't even know what kind of fish that is. Because that does not taste like, and it don't break up like the catfish that we used to have back in the day. Remember the catfish place on 71st? Where they were live? And they would kill them and take them up and chop them up for you right there? Man, that catfish, they would take it out the water, chop that bad boy up, and have them in the grease in like 10 minutes. Have you ever seen that? Ruthie, did you ever see? Do you know they serve live chickens in Latino neighborhood? Mm-hmm. No, like you could go buy them to kill them yourself. Mm-hmm. No, like there's chickens that go live with feathers and everything.
I know. Fresh chicken is really good.
No. That means you have to kill it. Oh, I forgot. Country Ruthie comes out.
That's been there, done that.
I've killed chickens, but I don't think we did it the right way.
How y'all do it?
So first, we tried to turn his neck around a bunch. Yeah. And he was like, what? And like you couldn't kill him like just twisting it. So my old man was like, cut his throat! I don't want to! Cut his throat! And it'd be like with a fillet knife. And so now you got this chicken who's squawking. Yeah, it was the worst.
Should have just chopped the head off instead of cutting the throat.
Ruthie, we didn't have an axe though.
Oh.
It's like, you know what you gotta have, what I've learned in real life though? You gotta have the right tools for the job. Cause black folks will improvise all the dang on time. So had we had an axe, it probably wouldn't have been as traumatic cause you could have just whack. Mm-hmm. But as a knife, you gotta saw it.
Yeah, that's a
and
big
it's like,
dramatic.
And you can hear the tendon snapping and cutting and the thing is still screaming. And so it's like you traumatized.
I mean, that's actually quite inhumane too, if you care about the animals.
I mean,
quick death, Maze. Quick death.
Shoot them in the head.
Quick death.
Ruthie, like, how about, that's why, just give it to me packaged. I already got I have a problem when I fry some chicken and there be wings on there or them little hairs. I be like, oh God.
Oh my goodness.
I gotta start all over.
I'm like, do they even take feathers off a chicken anymore? Like, why I gotta do all this work?
They are lazy with the chicken cleaning these days. Lazy with the clicking chicken. Nah, you can't shoot a chicken though. You might blow all the meat away, right? Are you laughing at me?
That's funny.
And you shot a chicken.
Like a little 22 or something, right?
Got busted in the head. You gotta have some good aim though. Okay, y'all. This is the Mace Jackson Show. I don't know how we got here. Cause we not playing Dante no more. That's how we got here.
That was you.
They cut the chicken head out when we playing Dante no more.
Put your hands together.
Come on. Baby, won't you change your mind? I'm gonna sing it though. I could sing the whole thing. Lord have mercy. You. Y'all know I be doing it. I could do the whole song. Cause I need you.
Reese can
and
too.
you
He was back there
need me.
jamming.
I know. Just wait and see. Baby, won't you and you know, y'all notice when I be doing this, I be pointing to the dough. Right?
No, I ain't know that.
Dough. Before you leave out the door.
Oh.
Before you leave out the door.
Are you sure it's gone?
Baby, won't you change your mind?
Want to change your mind?
No, we gonna sing it. We gonna do like the people do. You know how you get all worked up for the song and then it fade out. Like you gonna be like right when you get to the good part, it be like, Phew. I hate that. Don't you hate like when you be ready to hear a whole song and then the radio be like, well, whatever song, and then be like, and now, you know, we play all the best hits, and then it don't ever play your whole song.
I'm a chronic song changer.
On the radio?
Everywhere. I don't really listen to them. I like to go through.
So, wait.
I get bored easily.
I can see that in you. Clearly. I could clearly see that. Clearly.
My attention, yeah.
I could clearly see that.
I have a very short attention span.
Me too, actually. Can you tell that's how we went from
honestly, I probably in another lifetime, somebody would have gave me some type of medicine if I didn't have, you know, like if my behavior was off. But my behavior was always good.
Me too.
I just didn't get caught.
Yeah. Oh, y'all don't like my singing?
No.
Lord have mercy. Ruthie, you don't like my singing?
Oh, no.
Ruthie, I thought you was jamming with me.
Listen, I'm accustomed to it.
You did?
I'm accustomed to it.
Ruthie, I thought you was my comrade in singing. I thought you was just singing them in your head. Cause my vocals was so dope that you just didn't.
Yeah, they dope.
Okay, you know what? This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a little news, traffic, and weather, and we're gonna come back after these messages because Ruthie just insulted me. Reese, I'm gonna cut the chicken. Now I'm cutting chicken heads off, and we have officially ended the Dante run for 7 o'clock. So now I guess we gotta figure out what we gonna play at 7. What we gonna play? Yoga or something? No.
Oh.
No, yoga just once a week. Reese, though, don't trip. I got a sneaking suspicion they gonna be trying to steal yoga for week Wednesdays. Cause you know, I noticed Reese snuck that into the repertoire once he heard it. He was like, that's pretty dope song. Look, y'all, we're gonna do it all. We're gonna we'll talk a little smack and come back after these messages. This is the Maze Jackson Morning Show.
Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
WIIFTBP.
Maze Jackson.
If you could make up a social media holiday, what would it be?
Randy said National Don't Let No One Put You Down Day.
No one. What you gonna do? So when they say something crazy, you slap them?
Be like Maze said. Randy said a Jukathon Day.
Man, we about 60 years old. Be done had a heart.
You gotta get your heart rate up.
Okay, not that far.
All right, Mario said my favorite one. My friends and I do what we call National Call Off from Work Day.
As a business owner, I don't. You don't like that? Yeah. I don't like that.
Because I'm the boss of this thing.
We got Marcus Garvey Day from Remy too.
Oh, Marcus Garvey Day. All right, what will we do on Marcus Garvey Day?
Call off from work.
I'm going to need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow. That would be great. Okay?
Yeah, right. Every black holiday has something to do with calling off from work.
You're cool. I'm out.
How about National Join a Positive Black Organization Day? Because I don't want to be recruiting. I don't want to be recruiting and the brothers be like, thank you. Thank you. How about National Tell White People the Truth Day? Tell them how you really feel.
You can't handle the truth.
Why don't we call that National Black People Get Locked Up Day?
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Hello.
The most dangerous show in the morning.
Oh, baby. I mean, I know that you're here with me and everything, but Since you just left a few hours ago, I've just been going crazy. And I done come to realize one thing. Oh, baby, I miss you. Yeah. Ooh, baby, oh, darling. Whoa, 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 whoa. Your love must be some kind of drug, baby. Cause it just keeps on calling me. And I just need a hit of your love. It's got me shaking and feeling for your touch. Baby, of you I can't get enough. It feels like I done OD'd on you, babe. I'm addicted for you. Can't stop loving 'cause I can't get enough of you, babe. 'Cause I'm so addicted to you. This must be love. 'Cause I can't get enough of your love. I'm so addicted. Can't stop. I need you right now, baby. 'Cause I'm so addicted to you. You're always on my mind, my mind, my mind, every day. It's been too long since I had you in my arms, and I don't know if I can take any more of being without you. Even though it's only been an hour, it feels to me just like
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Ruthie Moore, and I'm around here showing grandbaby pictures. I was showing pictures of my grandbaby.
If you had a wallet, you would have some regular pictures in there.
Woo, Lord, my joint. I had one of them granddaddy wallets where it'd be like, look at my baby. Look at my grandbaby. Because that baby girl is something else. I be telling everybody she look just like her granddaddy too. Her mama be mad than a mug. I be like, don't she look just like? They be mad than a mug, you know. And it's just like she don't look nothing like me. But I be like, she look just like me. They be mad. Nuh-uh, she look like. They be pulling out pictures. I was like, nah, I don't see it. They be no, she look like granddaddy. That's what it is. All right, y'all. This is the Mace Jackson Show. So we have killed a few chickens. We've banned Dante. We didn't ban him. We just took him off the morning show playlist. What else we gotta do? Ruth, I'm just telling you, the consigliaries around here, if Ruthie had it left, some of y'all be in trouble. Cause Ruthie like, what you say to me? She said, promote the people that promote you.
That ain't what I said.
What you say?
I don't remember.
Something like that.
No, I said hype the people up that hype you up.
That's why I hype Ruthie up.
That's why I be hyping you up.
Ruthie be like, I'm telling you. DJ, we kind of give you some props too. We done got froze.
Lord have mercy.
He reported us.
I'm gonna stop.
Oh Lord, no, we froze. We's frozen again. See, look, they done started. He mad at us now. Now we getting reported. They done blocked the broadcast. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
You have permission to play my song.
Right. Take my song. Oh, you ain't gonna play it? We gonna block you then. Are we back yet? No, they don't. They not showing us no love. All right, y'all. Look, are you tuned in? Can you still hear us? Because if y'all can still hear us, I'm gonna do one of these numbers. I'm gonna be pew 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 pew. We gonna keep talking until we get this thing going.
We still being heard though. We still being heard.
I'm in love with me. I'm so addicted.
Oh,
I'm just telling y'all that the The people is, do they love you when you do what you do, when you say what you say? They don't.
Sometimes.
No, they don't love you, Ruthie. They don't. They be playing you bogus. I'm telling you, you got to watch the peoples.
You know, I think sometimes people just be trying to milk every little bit from it, you know? I think quid pro quo is a real thing sometimes, though.
I think quid pro quo should be a thing. I'm not against quid pro quo. I'm not. I just think that in the case of quid pro quo, there has to be value to both people. I feel like when we talk about quid pro quo, a lot of times it's not value. I mean, I think that people don't see the value. I think that if we practiced quid pro quo in our community, I tell you, I think we'd be in a better place. Because quid pro quo is really reciprocity.
Mm-hmm. But I think it also kind of depends on how people determine value. And so I think that's a big factor, because in order for it to be quid pro quo, then each person has to deem it equal for their benefit, in a sense. So I think quid pro quo is in the eye of the beholder, for real. But I just think, you know, we literally play the song every day, twice a day. You would oftentimes get up and dance to it. So I know it kicked them streams up
Lord have mercy.
Like crazy. And you play the video. So that visual representation is huge. I ain't know what he looked like until you play the video every single morning. Twice, sometimes.
You want to know what's crazy, Ruthie, is I actually know him.
Really?
Like, I know him.
Why didn't you call him and tell him to call in then?
I told, he said that we should come and do a live thing from there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Start with the simple shit.
So, you know,
right? Everybody, pack up your shit and come blow me up. How about this? We blow you up every day.
So he was just like, you know, but he was like, you know, like he appreciated it. But yeah. So.
We know.
I'm telling you,
we know.
Ruthie is my consigliere.
No, I just be seeing people be asked. I be looking at the comments and people like, when Dante gonna call in? So my thing is, support the people that support you.
I'm in love with you.
You know how like sometimes like celebrities
we
be
like a podcast right now.
When celebrities be like, you know, no pictures, no autographs. That's fine and dandy, but sometimes you got to come outside and just wave to the people. You could sit on your balcony like Michael Jackson did, dangle your baby off the balcony. You know, just show some love. That's it.
Lord have mercy. I don't know what's going on with our cameras right now. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on with our cameras right now.
It's a real podcast today.
Yeah. Networking. Something's going on with the network, and we got a network latency issue.
It could be some of these storms. I was really surprised that we had power this morning, the way they was talking about these storms and these 70-mile-per-hour winds.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Lord have mercy.
Stop, Maze. I just got it out of my head.
You. Because I need you. And you need me.
People asking questions about Dante. They want to know.
I know you can happen. Just wait and see. I think we changed our mind. Lord have mercy. What show is this morning? Okay, I'm about to
get your together.
You, cause before you leave out the door. Okay. We in here acting up on a Thursday. Can you tell it's Thursday? It's almost time for vacay. And I just don't understand why these cameras is just doing me the way they are doing. But that's okay. Y'all stay rocking with us. Reese, why don't you come in here and do me a reset? Just turn them off and turn them back on. We're going to try and get them going on. And me and Ruthie are going to continue to rock the show. So, Ruthie, did you remember? I don't know if you remember this, but a little while back, the mayor told us that she was going to turn them all the way off and turn them all the way back on, and then we'll try and reboot them. I don't know, Ruthie, if you remember when the mayor told us that when Janice Jackson, you trying to say she didn't quit. Not those. Turn off the actual phone. Okay. Ruthie, I don't know if you remember when the mayor told us when Janice Jackson quit that she was going to be straight. And they had started the search process well in advance, and they knew that they would have a new CEO by the end of July. Ruthie, it's July 29th.
We still got a couple more days.
Well, we ain't even started the interview process yet, Ruthie. Like, we have not started the interview process. And so my question is, and so it was funny because what really made me think about this is, did you see the new interim CEO, Jose Torres? That's an important point. But Jose Torres said that he wasn't entertaining no conversations with nobody about the new school year unless it was about bringing back the 100,000 plus students that they lost connections with. Which means to me that it don't seem like he's planning to go nowhere. Right? Because he's planning for the school year, but the whole purpose of putting him in was because we were going to have a new CEO to go into the new school year. Let me ask a question. You ever had an interim title? And you know people who have interim titles? Do they usually want the full job?
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking to myself, Jose Torres is planning for he let me back up. I'm gonna take another step. I think when Jose Torres took the job, he knew there were very few people that would want to work with Mayor Lori Lightfoot. And since he took the job, that list has increased. Everybody's retiring, everybody's quitting. It is my thought that she can't really find anybody to replace Janice Jackson. My question is, who takes a job with the mayor in the situation that she's in right now? Like, right now, what reason is there for anybody nationally with a positive reputation to come become the new CEO of Chicago's public schools? If you think about the mayor who has been described as irascible, I love that word, irascible. That means you just all the way out of control. It's just, you're irascible. That's a good word. She screams at people. She types in emails like, I told you. She takes pictures of shredded emails and sends them to staff.
What?
Who grown is accepting that? And then, if something go wrong, she gonna lie and blame it on you. Ain't no black man in the world taking a job with the mayor. Well, maybe. Let me stop. I was going to add a description to that, but y'all would probably cancel me for it. Ruthie, do you think that the mayor can even get somebody?
Yeah.
To be and who takes the job with the city of Chicago right now?
There's always somebody.
Well, see, who? Because, see, usually when when you're in a desperate situation like this is when you get the Barbara Bird Bennetts of the world. The people who see the advantage, because there's an advantage to running CPS, even if you ain't with the mayor, right? That advantage is if you're not with the mayor, yeah, that advantage is if you're not with the mayor, Ruthie, that you can take care of your friends and family. Remember I told you that there's going to be a point in this where it's going to be a fire sale?
And this is it.
And we are at that point right now. They froze again, bro. I don't know what is going on with these cameras. That one just froze. Anyway, so Ruthie, do you think we're going to get... No, Barbara Bird Bennett's out. Do you think we're going to get... And speaking of that, Jason Van Dyke will be home in 5 months now. Yeah, I just needed to put that out there for you. And he's going to get a job. But Ruthie, do you think we're going to ever be able to find a CEO? Do you think the mayor will find one?
I think the nature and the function of a CEO is probably going to have to change. Dr. Janice Jackson, those are some really big shoes to fill. And so coming in after Dr. Jackson, you're going to have to really be on your A game. In terms of, because everybody going to be comparing the new person to Dr. Janice Jackson. If you compare Dr. Janice Jackson to Barbara Bird Bennett, it's like no competition.
I agree with that.
So she really has kind of broken the mold in terms of what a CPS CEO could look like, and how the way that she navigated the pandemic, the teacher strike. I mean, it's some really big shoes to fill, and people love her.
Yeah. Oh, Dr. Jackson.
Of course, Dr. Jackson.
Okay, so the challenge becomes, Ruthie, is if the people love Dr. Jackson. Ooh, I got that wrong. How does this new CEO survive? Or are we going to even get a new CEO, do you think?
I think if the new CEO is Latino, then they're going to play to their base. And they'll be fine.
So you see what I see then, basically.
They'll be fine. I mean, look at the numbers. And really, basically, this is just my opinion, but one could argue that based on the data, who has the most young people.
Don't start that mess, Ruthie.
I'm just saying.
Ruthie, you look, I don't need you giving them their argument. Did nobody ask you come over here with that mess? Trying to give these people an argument to tell them why they got to disenfranchise us.
No, I'm just saying they go with that piece.
Ruthie. That's why, first of all, shout out to Dr. Jackson, because she took old boy Arnie with her when she bounced, because they was going to just hand it over to him. Right? And I think that what Dr. Jackson did was she took all of the people. Dang, these cameras. Yeah, Dr. Jackson. To me, Ruthie, I feel like this new CEO is the setup, the overlay for the underplay. Because essentially, they're going to put him in, and he then becomes, you're going to be so used to seeing a Latino CEO that when they put the Latino CEO in, we're going to be jacked. Lord have mercy. Gotta stop saying that. These cameras are jacked. All right, y'all. So y'all gonna have to rock with us, because I don't know what's going on right now with all of our cameras. But this is the Maze Jackson Show. It's Maze and Ruthie, and we are talking about what's going on at CPS. I don't know if there's anybody that will work at CTU. I mean, I don't know if the mayor is going to have any more significant hires. I think almost every single position or person of power that she's put in office has not lasted. And I just don't know why you come to Chicago to work for this mayor who has just said that she doesn't even know if she's going to run again. So do you take the job for 2 years? I think right now this is the time for Chicagoans to step up. Right? Chicagoans that love Chicago, that care about our city. I think that this goes to that point of that police contract when she said she didn't know what was going on about it, and then they passed it, and she's like, there is no contract. Oh, there is one. It says to me that there are people, places, and things in this city that are now operating without the direction of the mayor. And I'm concerned that...
I don't agree. I think it's just kind of like what we talked about is people got to kind of keep their distance to keep the criticism down. She knew about the contract. I told you she just ain't want to negotiate in public. And I don't blame her.
Ruthie, I'm tired of you supporting this mayor.
I'm not being supportive. I'm just giving a different perspective. I don't blame her for not wanting to negotiate with Cantazar in public. He talking about something. We didn't reach the contract.
That's your people's.
He tried to control the narrative. And if you notice, the mayor right now is all about controlling her own narrative. That's why she went on that Sway podcast. She can't win in this local media. She got to control her own narrative. Notice, everything she do, she's controlling her narrative. She ain't letting y'all...
Does you think she's controlling it, or she's doing her best to manage it?
Same. Triage
Janessa
mode.
says she's got a fixer. I don't know that she has a fixer, because I don't know. I think what she's got is a
saver.
a plane lander.
A legacy
pilot.
saver.
I don't even know if it's saving your legacy. I think at this point, it's like somebody has finally got to her and said, look, you have made war with everybody. You're losing every war. Don't forget the emails that we just ain't had no time to talk about. Madam Mayor, if you want to leave here intact, if you would like to be able to leave here and go on speaking tours, and you can't, because again,
the mayor can go get probably any job at any law firm, and she probably just like, I'm not saying this to be true because I don't know, but she probably got one of them daily deals set up.
Oh, so she probably she created her. I'm sure she can go back to her firm. And I'm looking at these law bills, and my bet is that all the law firms that have eaten while she has been the mayor, right? She's paid. Like I tell you, people pay for their jobs before they leave.
She might become some type of consultant of intergovernmental affairs.
No, she can't consult on no government.
Watch.
Who can she consult on government?
Watch.
No, Ruthie, she's gonna go back and be a criminal.
The same people that daily can consult.
No.
No,
Daily though. Daily could say I ran my city.
What?
He could say I ran.
Every time I pay for parking, I think about Daily.
And that's how you know he ran the city. That's how you know he ran the city. If he said he wanted it, it was happening. 2 days later, right? Nah, she wasn't on Sway. No, she wasn't on Sway and Tech. She was on the White Lady Sway's podcast from the New York Times. Yeah, see how white people just colonized his name?
Not colonized his name.
All the black... No, but when you said she was on Sway, how many black people thought she was on Sway from the Sway show? Sway from Sway and Tech.
I did.
The Wake Up Show.
When you first said it.
When I say Sway, you say Tech. Sway, Tech, right? You remember Sway and Tech? Y'all probably don't even remember Sway and Tech. Y'all just remember Sway.
I just remember Sway.
And see, that's because you's a baby in this. See, let me tell you. The Sway and Tech show used to come on. We used to get it 1 hour a week from San Francisco in Chicago. And they used to break, like right before Ramonski got his own show. And it was the Sway and Tech show. And that was like when you could only hear the hip hop music, because Chicago was anti-hip hop for that time, like 1989, 90. And then Sway then evolved into the MTV guy.
And that's how I know Sway.
And then after the MTV guy, he evolved into, you know who Sway is now? Doma T. Doma T is like the new Sway / Kurt Loder. Kurt Loder, if you like old school. For you, Ruthie, it'd be Sway. But remember when Sway was the face and the voice of MTV News? Mm-hmm. That's what Doma T is now.
Got it.
But yeah, so Ruthie, I think this mayor has lost her Chicago. I think she's lost Chicago. I think that in a month, when we look at the outcome of this Lollapalooza, I feel like this is going to be the signature. This is going to be the signature moment of her mayoral campaign, even more so than watching the city burn. Because I don't think she was in control of the city burning. I mean, she wore the jacket for it. Mm-hmm. But I don't think that, I think the sign off and the level of hypocrisy that's going with this Lollapalooza, like if you're running the headlines of Lala and the spread of the disease right now, compared to what she's saying and what Dr. Arwady is saying, I think that is going to be like the swan song. Because if there is an outbreak, now, let me say this, if they get through this unscathed, then maybe she'll be straight. But if this thing goes the way that everybody is expecting it to go, like there's nobody that's predicting it's going to go well. Nobody. I mean,
it literally, it's taking everything that all of the best practices and things like that, the CDC recommendations, and it's kind of like, we going against it.
Exactly. And they're telling us this with a straight face. Look, Reese is reminding me we got to say goodbye to all of our WBGX listeners. Thank you to everybody on WBGX who's been rocking with us. Join us on Facebook and YouTube because we got a whole nother hour to go. So go to the Maze Jackson page, go to the YouTube page, and let's get this thing done. Ruthie, let me ask you though. You actually think that the mayor is going against it? I think the mayor and JB, like, I don't understand this whole thing of,
I've been kind of looking at the news cycle related to Lala, and a lot of it is focused on the impact that it's going to have on businesses. And so I think the impact that it's going to have on businesses outweighs the risk, because from my understanding, these businesses need business. We know they do. We know they're struggling.
Which I get. But at what cost?
I mean,
like I guess what cost? And
what you mean the cost? However much their products cost.
No, I mean, but what about the human cost?
That the economics outweigh the human toll, because again, they've already changed the narrative to, if you're unvaccinated, it's your fault. That's your problem. Put your mask on. We got these protocols in place for Lala. So literally they can just blame it on a breakdown in protocols. They can blame it on personal behavior. So it really takes the fault of it off of the city. And I'm pretty sure.
Do you think people buy that?
But I'm pretty sure in them now, I don't know this to be a fact, but in them Lala tickets and stuff, don't you waive your right, like,
to sue?
Ain't the liability on you?
Yep.
There you go.
Hey y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll take a break. Reese will have to find some new songs in the catalog. No, I'm just joking, because we're past the 7 o'clock hour. And then we will continue this. We're gonna continue our conversation. You know what I want to know? How do you know when you're in a good neighborhood or a better neighborhood? Right? Like, nobody has to tell you. You know. What are the things that make you know you're in a better neighborhood? We're going to talk about it more when we come back. It's the Maze Jackson Show.
WIIFTBP. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me.
Broken screen? Crash system? Are you in need of spyware or virus removal from your computer? Well, contact RPC Computer Repair in South Shore and let us help you with all your computer repair services and print needs. Need office or print production services, copies, scans, fax, or even notary service? Then stop by and support RPC Computer Repair and Print Shop, located 1741 East 71st Street in the 71st Street corridor, newly revitalized South Shore areas, and let RPC be your one-stop shop, where we believe RPC is your PC. RPC Computer Repair is also a UPS access point where you can drop off and pick up your important packages. So let RPC be of service to you. Call RPC Computer Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. through 6 p.m. at 773-966-4457. That's 773-966-4457. Visit RPC at rpccomputeringinc.com for more information.
You see me, you see him, my best friend. He hold me down like ankles fighting the waves. Apply to my crime, yeah, I do time. Till I'm with you, I be counting the days. Yeah, ooh, been through so many things, but we always get through. Yeah, ooh, it ain't always perfect, but it's worth it. This is deeper than the surface. If I said I didn't love you, you would not know I've been frontin'. Wiped all my scars away like it was nothing. Took the parts of me I tried to hide to make them something, like it was nothing. Ooh, so much, baby. Ooh, you know you drive me crazy. Ooh, you give me peace of mind. Ooh, let me tell you why. You make it easy, say, to take it easy, say, feel so easy, say, easy to love. Say, to take it easy. Say, feel so weak. Say, easy to love. I never thought that I would give it to you, but now I don't think it's the time. I won't do it. I think it's cause the way you talk to me. Know how to say it without making me feel little. You're gracious even when you pop off on me. When you get done, I got a little something to drop off on you. Because you earned it with the time you took to put it that way. You got me liking to get put in my place. I didn't love you, you and I know I've been running. Wiped all my scars away like it was nothing. Took the parts of me I tried to hide to make them something, something. Like it was nothing. Ooh, some magic, baby. Ooh, you know you drive me crazy. Ooh, you give me peace of mind. Ooh, let me tell you why. You make it easy. Say, to take it easy. Say, feel so easy. Say, easy to love. Easy, you make it easy. Say, to take it easy. Say, feel so weak. Say, easy to love. You make it easy. You make it easy. You make it easy.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 8:07 a.m. And I am Reese the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports, traffic, and weather update. In sports, the White Sox was in action against the Royals. Game went into extras as they lose off a walk-off single by Michael Taylor of the Royals. Southside went down 3-2. Cubs at Wrigley in Game 3 of 4-game series against the Cincinnati Reds. Joey Votto homers twice as the Cubs lose 8-2. On the traffic on the Kennedy, O'Hare to the Loop, 35 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare, 26. On the Eden, inbound from Deerfield to the Exchange, 41 minutes. Exchange to Deerfield, 30. On the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop, 41 minutes. Back out to Thorndale, 40. On the Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan, 38 minutes. Outbound will be 36. Bishop Ford, I-80 to the Dan Ryan, 36 minutes. 28 minutes back to I-80. On the Dan Ryan, 20 minutes to the Loop, 18 minutes to 95th. DuSable Lakeshore Drive South, 55th to Jackson will be 8 minutes. Jackson to 55th will also be 8. Going north, Randolph to Bryn Mawr will be 10. Bryn Mawr to Randolph will be 9. Today's weather, it is currently 79 and partly cloudy. Today, expect a high of 84 with a low of 70. Now I'm Reese the Ruler. Now back to Maze and Ruthie on the Maze Jackson Show.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
people, cause economically we are not equal. Waking up to lies, can't doze no more. I told y'all, yeah, this a dangerous show. Don't go to church if you ain't trying to help us. Don't even try to be around and can't protect us. We see the lies now of the politicians. We need money and no symbolism. It's Maze, it's Sonia, and Ruthie, and Todd, explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't trying to help us, they ain't trying to do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect your oppressed to solve them.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. If you are watching and you are seeing the Maze Jackson Show screen, we are having some camera technical difficulties, but we're going to keep on rocking the show. So you act like we is on the radio or y'all do y'all thing, but it's on and popping. All right, y'all. I am your host, Maze Jackson. Got my stretching it out co-host, Ruthie Moore. DJ Reese the Ruler. Hey, Reese, can I tell you something, man?
Uh-oh.
You can't be cursing people out in the comments, man. Hey, man, I know. Hey, Reese. You got to service the. Yeah, I know. If you don't, you can tell them in a nice way.
Yesterday.
I saw you though.
That was yesterday, man. You got to leave yesterday. Where it was at, and move on to a new day.
No, don't just say it.
Yesterday.
Like it's yesterday.
Hey, but you see, he ain't
all my troubles seem so far away. Yeah, I mean, but he ain't say nothing. But if he don't come back, then we'd be like, look, man, it's all love. You know, the Den is just a tough group. It's like you got to have some tough skin to be in the Den, because you know the Den will make you cry.
You got to be Teflon.
What? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, the Den ran old boy up out of here. Ooh. When you was talking about who you was saying, because look, Ruthie, I'm gonna be out a couple days next week, so Ruthie Moore is gonna be sitting in the ace chair in the number 1 spot. Now, first of all, don't even look like that, because Ruthie, quiet as kept. You know, she'd be like, I was waiting for him to go anyway, because you know I could do this without it.
No.
Look, so then she was like,
I almost declined.
Ruthie.
You ain't even give me an option. You ain't even ask. You just told me what I was going to do.
Ruthie. But see, Ruthie, that's the good part. See, you understood your role as a woman.
Oh.
You took direction well.
Oh.
And you can wear shoes while you sit in my seat.
Oh.
Right? You can get out the kitchen.
Oh, you are so generous.
You know what I'm saying? You all good.
You are so generous.
You one of these newfangled women, right?
I'm so glad we got rights now.
Thank you. I'm glad, you know. So, Ruthie, look. So, Ruthie around here picking who look, she's trying to find co-hosts. You should have heard the list. If y'all heard the list, I can't even tell y'all list, because I was... No, I was cursing. I was in this mug like, hell no!
How you gonna tell me I could pick then all the options? You was like, no.
Okay, so y'all, so I have a list, right? And it's like, it's hard to touch my list, but if you touch it, I'm just gonna tell you, don't do it. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't even, just don't do it. Like, why
send Maze a message if you wanna.
No, send
co-host.
Ruthie a message if you want to co-host.
No, because you know we got to get approval from
right,
Maze.
but
So you might as well just go straight
that's the
to
problem
Maze.
with you millennials. Y'all just take the keys. Y'all just want to drive the car. No driving school, no nothing.
Well, I played enough video games in my life.
See,
I don't even know.
That's the day, right?
You don't drive in school.
Tell that's
first place every time I get.
Man, you know how many riding lawnmowers and tractors I done practiced on.
Right, Mario Karts. I win the Mario Kart all the time. All right, y'all. This is the Maze Jackson Show.
Looking for a co-host next week.
Co-hosts.
Todd, I know you watching.
Todd,
you gonna be here.
First of all, how you gonna call in and then be watching? How you gonna be like, I'm sick? Oh, well, it is TV, so you can watch.
That's like that's like missing a day of school, but then being at the at
the basketball game or something.
Uh-huh.
Right? Oh no, did your parents do that? Like if you didn't go to school, you couldn't do nothing else?
No.
You ain't doing nothing. You gotta sit in the house all day.
Man,
and
did they let you watch cartoons at least?
100%.
Okay. Mine would be like, y'all, you sick?
What you used to have to just
Math.
lay down and go to sleep?
Math.
What?
You sick? Yeah, I had to do math.
What?
I had to do math problems. Like I used to have to do do you know my old man used to make me do 1 through 12 10 times a day? The 1s all the way through the 12s 10 times a day.
But your math good though. Oh, look, Todd said yes. I don't know if he said yes too.
Right. He said, yes, I'm playing hooky. Yes, I'm not coming. Right. Are you not coming? Yes.
Todd, I miss you.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. Sometimes I like Todd better than you, Maze. Sometimes. I'm glad the camera's off so y'all can't see how Maze looking at me. He's nice. He is nice. And he's my neighbor. Maze is dead air. You got to say something before people think something wrong with your mic.
I think something's wrong with your mic. This is the Maze Jackson Show. Mugs around here talk about 30 minutes. They like Todd better than me. What show is this?
I said sometimes.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
It's the Maze Jackson show. Yeah. Yeah, it's the Maze Jackson show. I'm around here like Ruthie about to look. You see a brother get out of here, they done changed up. She done flipped the tide on me, the whole you dig. I'm just, all right, it's all good though, Ruthie. I see how you do.
You gonna be gone next week.
See, that's how they do you. Out of sight, out of mind. I just went to, and the next thing you know, Ruthie, won't you check? Look, and then watch, y'all gonna be playing Dante while I'm gone next week.
Like, we gonna play this because May's gone. Now that is funny.
No, that would not be funny, because if I turned on the radio and was like, I am at the national convention on the stage of Phi Beta Sigma for... Is that change your mind? Excuse me, Mr. International President. Y'all think Todd, the international president said we going to conclave, and so while I'm there, we want to know if you learned your date yet, because we gonna tell jokes about you on the national stage. You know we be like, I can't wait when the Alpha's president come, because you know they be coming to our joint, right? I'm gonna be like, hey man, Mr. International President of Alpha Phi Alpha, you know I have the honor of having 2 of your illustrious members on my morning show, neither of which know their cross dates. Look, DJ, like, who I know my cross date.
And you can always log in and know your cross. Like, just log in.
If you gotta get your cross date from the computer, you got problems, dog. Dog, you got problems.
He was made.
No, he was.
Made.
Hey, you.
Todd in the comments.
You can't help it. You just keep driving. You should have been here. Nah, you should have Ubered your wife. You should have Uber SUV'd your wife to work every day.
Man, everybody paying for that.
Ruthie.
I'm just saying, that's a lot of money. Have you seen the Uber and Lyft prices lately?
Okay. Yeah. Actually, it's cheaper to Uber SUV in a lot of cases in the morning and in the peak times than it is to take a Uber X. I've been SUVing and actually getting lower prices or comparable, like $2 difference. But I'm like, well, shoot, if I could pull up in an SUV compared to your Hyundai, hey man, yesterday I got in an Uber yesterday. Do you know this fool had the windows down? It was 90 degrees, 100 degrees.
I think you gotta have them down because of the Rona.
Really? I gotta turn the air conditioning on?
I believe it's a windows down mask thing that they do. Did they put the piece of plastic
well,
up
let me tell
like
you.
a taxi cab?
Nah, but here go the challenge. Some of our brethren from across the seas, they light on, they don't wear degree. Right? And so, you know, when
that's why you need your window down.
Yeah, but when it's like 100, and you know, like when you circulating 100 degrees hot,
it's just hot.
And then you add the funk to it, it's just like a funk swirl going around the car, right? Like
that's why you need the windows down.
That's why I need the air conditioner on, so that you can turn your glands off, so that you can freeze up your pores. Cause good God, the windows. Hey man, I was in a Ugandan Uber yesterday. Lord have mercy, dude.
Stop saying Lord have mercy, because then I want to say Lord have mercy.
Y'all get used to it. I mean, that must be where I've been getting Lord have mercy, because I've been saying Lord have mercy a lot lately.
I've been saying put your hands together.
All right, come on now, baby. But we changed our mind, so I guess. All right, Ruthie, I got a question for you. How do you know when you're in a good neighborhood? Like, how do you, and I'm going to ask you too, Reese. Yeah, turn them, yeah, you right. They do need to turn their glands off. There is something about the funk from the motherland in an Uber at 100 degrees, circulating with the windows down, and it don't go out the window. Like, here we go my thing. You would think like if the stuff go out the window, you'd be straight. But it seemed like yesterday when I was in the Uber, everything that was supposed to go out the window went out the back, out the front window, and came in the back.
Swirled.
And it just like I was in this tornado of funkiness.
A tornado.
And I was like, could you please? I was like, could you turn on the air? Then he looked like he had an attitude because I asked him to turn on the air.
Did you give him a tip?
Degree, Negro. we wear degree here. Like, you know, did your mom ever be like, you don't smell that? My mom used to be like, you don't smell yourself? You don't smell that?
Your wings is funky.
Mom, you don't smell, you smell like outside. This dude smelled like he ran around outside. And then had the nerve to have an attitude when you know how you slam on the air, but he turned it on like, you know how when your air is in between the red and the blue?
Yep.
Because he had one of them red and blue ones. He ain't had it like the numbers. So he put his right by the red and blue. Dude, I need to be all blue. All the way to the blue.
Why is it that only black people can smell outside?
Because white people are the outside.
Only black people. It used to really bother me. Don't send your kids outside, then get mad when they come inside talking about they smell like outside.
Well, no, I mean, you just got to go get... The worst, though, you ever seen when some people get wet?
Oh, my goodness.
You ever smelled when some people get wet?
Yes.
It's kind of...
I think only black people smell it, though. Something about black people smelling like outside. Don't sit on my couch. You smell like outside.
Don't sit on my bed. Yep, you right.
You better not sit on your bed with your outside clothes on.
All right. So Ruthie, you still didn't answer my question though.
Yes, I'm looking for a co-host for 2 days next week. So please, if anybody is interested, DM Mays for approval.
Don't DM me.
DM Mays for approval.
No, you did.
Looking
you
for
just
someone entertaining,
outgoing. Rogers. Look,
can show up.
Look, Rogers, Randy Span. Look, I'm gonna start naming your fan club.
Oh, okay. Latino smell it too, so we good.
Okay, all right. So let me ask y'all a question.
How do you know when you in a good neighborhood?
How you know you're in a good neighborhood? How you know you're in a bad neighborhood? What's the difference? And is it something that do you act different in those neighborhoods? Is there something? And what is the difference between a bad and a good neighborhood? How do you know when you're in a good neighborhood, Ruthie?
I think it's levels to it. I think depends on the season. You can kind of tell. And I think it depends on what you sort of quantify as a good neighborhood.
So yeah, tell me what's a good neighborhood to you.
For me, I like no litter. I also like walkability. Mm-hmm. Like, can I get out of my car and walk to some places to do things? That's what I deem to be a good neighborhood.
Do you live in a good neighborhood?
Absolutely.
Okay. Ruthie? Reese, how do you know when you're in a good neighborhood?
I can walk down there and feel safe. Ain't nobody on the corner. Ain't no shootings. I don't hear amalams all day.
Amalams. I love amalams.
I don't hear weed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't hear none of that. You know, my kids, I feel safe. Schooling is better. You can tell by that. So, like the obvious.
But like physically, when you walk into a neighborhood, can you tell when you walk into a neighborhood that it's a better or a nice neighborhood?
Yeah, it look cleaner. Like if you driving out west and you on like Chicago Avenue or like Division, drive west. As soon as you hit Austin, like right across the street, it look different. Like literally across the street looks different from the other side. Mm-hmm. Buildings, people, cleaning how it is, and all you have to do is just walk across the street.
How is that?
I don't know.
How is that possible? How is that? Because it's actually funny. Because I feel like it's like that to Western right now on Madison. Like literally you cross Western and you like, okay. Like actually you cross Oakley. Once you cross Oakley, it's like, okay. But I guess what are the amenities of a good neighborhood? Like, because I would say, do you see people hanging out in good neighborhoods?
Yes.
Where?
You know,
well, back up. Give me an example of a good neighbor. Name a good neighborhood. Let's say name a good Chicago neighborhood and a bad Chicago neighborhood.
I don't necessarily think there are bad Chicago neighborhoods.
Shit, there's bad people in the neighborhood.
This stuff is like block by block.
Okay.
Because even in the quote unquote most violent neighborhoods, you could find really nice blocks. So it's block by block.
Okay. I'm still at so Lincoln Park. I want to point to a study that came out today. Was by that crime lab. But did you know that they said that the crime in Chicago is actually in the worst neighborhoods is worse than it was in 1991? One of the things that we talk about often here is like the number of shootings total, right? And so we look at, right now we're at the 20-year high, but what you think about right now is the fact that crime in Chicago, the death rate per capita now in the most intense neighborhoods is worse than it was in the 1990s. So essentially, what they're saying with the University of Chicago Crime Lab is saying is that crime is more intense in the black neighborhoods than it was back in the 90s. But because the crime is so low in the white neighborhoods, it skews the numbers, right? So because there's so little crime, murder, death, kill in the white neighborhoods, they have an average of so imagine we got 500. I'm just using a number. Mm-hmm. And their number is 0. That makes the average 250. But if you were to examine the neighborhoods where the crime happens, that number is exponentially. It's gone up 2 to 3 times. Jonathan Boston, Ashburn is nice, but it is being encroached upon. Ashburn used to be all the way to Pulaski. Ashburn, for black people, Ashburn is now to Kedzie. Y'all got from Western to Kedzie and they coming. So I guess my question is, Ruthie, Reese, do you know, I agree that violence is block by block. Mm-hmm. But I would say that there are blocks, if you were to do a range, there are blocks where there's going to be more intense crime. And I'm saying shootings and murders and violent crime. How do we change a bad neighborhood to a good neighborhood? How do you take that violence out? It seems to me like when I go to a quote unquote good neighborhood, I see retail shops, mm-hmm. right? I see maybe a few major chains. I then see grocery. I see miscellaneous entertainment. I see bars that are active, inside and out. I see restaurants. Mm-hmm. Oftentimes I see small independent restaurants, right? And I see small shops and I see small businesses, right? I also notice a level of cleanliness, right? So lack of litter, but not only lack of litter, but the streets seem to be clean, mm-hmm. right? There seems to be, almost feel like there's a layer of dust, or the worse the neighborhood gets, it's darker. I see less abandoned buildings. I see less people actually stationary hanging. I see them more moving. They're hanging, but they're bar hopping or they're...
Well, I think that's part of it's just really not a lot of spaces for people to gather mm-hmm. for free.
Explain.
It's loitering. Most of the time, if you kind of on the north side, I see people hanging out all the time. But like you said, they're likely going somewhere or waiting to do something.
Right. I see them out. I don't see do people still hang on corners? I see on Madison.
Drug dealers.
Right. But
that's not necessarily true, because sometimes I oftentimes see older people just kind of kicking it on crates, underneath shade trees sometimes. And I think it's just because like maybe they might live in huge high rises and they don't really have spaces outside to gather.
Never seen it.
I see it all the time. And I've been peeping it. They're older, mostly older men.
So you know what? That's interesting. I used to see. I don't say I see that. I used to see those older men at the McDonald's or something like that, or like here on this, like where I see it. They usually are at this. Well, I don't know about the park, but I guess I could see what you're saying, right? Like I could see if you don't have a lot of outdoor space, we do tend to gather, etc. I also see, I don't see as many liquor stores in a good neighborhood. And I don't see as many churches in a good neighborhood. And like I see churches, but they're not storefronts. Mm-hmm. Right? Like they're a community church where there's grass and people walk up to it and they, right? So I guess my question is, what is the difference between a good neighborhood and a bad neighborhood? Good neighborhood and a bad neighborhood.
Police pull you over for anything. If you really think about it, when you go to neighborhoods, you be like, I can't do that in this neighborhood because of the law. So I think it's like really, really strict law enforcement. Like they will lock you up for something so petty that like maybe city police wouldn't stop you for a couple of bags of weed. They'll take your bag of weed and be like, all right, okay. Well, this cop ain't got nothing else to do. He done found 5 bags of weed on you. It's 8 squad cars now on you, and now you in jail for that. So I just think it's how like the police are so ticky-tack. You just always going somewhere, you be like, man, I can't really do that in Bolingbrook. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. You be like, nah, I'm cool. So
what about in the city, though? Because there's a lot of good neighborhoods in the city, right? Like, I mean, like, I think about, like, Randolph Fulton Market, right? Like, and can I tell you what? I've been noticing that white boys just smoke weed outside now. Like, they just be walking and smoking. Like, I was like, damn. Like, my cousin's still scared to smoke outside. Unless he on Madison. Mm-hmm. It's the Mays Jackson Show. Look, we're going to take a quick break. We got about a half hour left. Reese is going to give you some traffic and weather. We got one more song. And then we're going to finish this thing up. I want to ask y'all, does winning matter anymore? Do we care about winning anymore for sports? I always thought of sports as gladiators. As a form of gladiation. I think I need a paradigm shift, and I'm going to ask you all to help me get right. Because I just think after our conversation yesterday, and not just that conversation, this Simone Biles conversation, it was interesting because I don't have any ill will towards her, and it's like I support her as the GOAT of all time. I feel like I've always been taught the story that I've always heard of the athlete is overcoming the mental or the physical issues, etc. And I guess my question is now, do we just need to have a paradigm shift in the way that we tell the story? Right? Do we need to have a paradigm shift? I'm going to share a post that I had with you yesterday that elicited a tremendous response that I didn't think was as bad as it apparently came off to be. And so I want to talk about it, right? Have some more conversation. It's the Mays Jackson Show. We'll be back.
The Mays Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIIFTBP. Broken screen? Crash system? Are you in need of spyware or virus removal from your computer? Well, contact RPC Computer Repair in South Shore and let us help you with all your computer repair services and print needs. Need office or print production services, copies, scans, fax, or even notary service? Then stop by and support RPC Computer Repair and Print Shop, located 1741 East 71st Street in the 71st Street corridor, newly revitalized South Shore areas, and let RPC be your one-stop shop, where we believe RPC is your PC. RPC Computer Repair is also a UPS access point where you can drop off and pick up your important packages. So let RPC be of service to you. Call RPC Computer Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. through 6 p.m. at 773-966-4457. That's 773-966-4457. Visit RPC at rpccomputeringinc.com for more information.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 8:36 a.m. And I am Reese the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports traffic and weather update. In sports, Sox lose to a walk-off to Royals' Michael Taylor in the bottom of the 10th, 3-2. The Cubs also was in game 3 of 4 against the Reds, 2 home runs by Joey Bolito, and they also lose 8-2. In traffic on the Kennedy, O'Hare to the Loop, 37, outbound to O'Hare, 22. To the Eden, inbound to Deerfield, to the Exchange, 44 minutes, Exchange to Deerfield, 20. On the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop, 33, back to Thorndale, 32. On the Stevenson, from I-355 to the Dan Ryan, 40 minutes, outbound would be 33. Bishop Ford, I-80 to the Dan Ryan, 41 minutes, 28 minutes to I-80. On the Dan Ryan, it is 20 minutes to the Loop, 15 minutes to 95th. DeSable Lakeshore Drive South, 55th to Jackson will be 8 minutes. Jackson to 55th will also be 8. Going north, Randolph to Bryn Mawr will be 10. Bryn Mawr to Randolph is 9. Today's weather, it is 79 and partly cloudy. Today, expect a high of 84 and a low of 70. I'm Reese the Ruler, and that was your sports weather and traffic update. Now here's Steve Huff with the Rollback.
Steve Standard.
Let's reminisce, yeah. Woo. See, I remember the first day we met, a Thursday night at the club I'll never forget. Do you remember the words that I said? One night in my bed you'll never regret. And you, with your pretty brown eyes, I knew, baby, you would change my life. And you opened up my eyes to see I'm excited for our future, but I love our history. Let's throw back to the day that we first met. Let's throw back, I never will forget. Let's throw back to when we fell in love. Let's throw back, babe. I wanna throw back, babe. Is it just me? Don't you miss those nights sexing on the beach, playing Isley Brothers in between the sheets? And now we're taking flights from London to Belize, and we're popping bottles, endless shopping sprees. Still sexy as can be. I knew you're still the only one for me. Yeah. I'm feeling lucky as can be. I'm excited for our future, but I love our history.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Miss Ruthie Moore in the building. DJ Reese the Ruler on the news, traffic, and weather. Also rocking on the boards. We've been having a good day today. I've been all over the place. I'm not exactly sure what I wrote on the paper, Ruthie. But on the paper I did write. So can I share this post without getting whooped on some more? Because yesterday I got a beat down.
What you saying?
Ruthie, I got a beat down. And I thought I was trying to show love and trying to communicate. I really wanted to communicate that I want to be supportive of Simone Biles. First of all, I feel like I am supportive of Simone Biles. A big chunk of my upsetness with this is really selfish, right? I enjoy when a black person is light years above white people in their own thing, that even when they make the rules, they can't stop it. They couldn't stop her. And that is my sense of pride. And I'm going to be 100% honest with you and tell you that the reason that I am not happy is because it's all selfish. It's all selfish. I don't care about gymnastics anytime except for when it was Dominique Dawes, when it's Simone Biles, when it's somebody black. Like, I don't care about figure skating until what's the black girl that used to do the ice skating? Can't think of her name in the Olympics. I didn't care about speed skating until Shawnee Davis did it, right? And he was the super best speed skater in the world. And so when black people come in and dominate in these sports that we ain't supposed to be dominant in, I enjoy being able to be, like, I know all the white people in Bolingbrook that have to say, oh, we're so proud of Simone, but they really hate that their daughters are looking up to her. So I love it. I love it. So I want to be clear that all of this is 100% selfish of me from the start. But I also believe that sports is built around selfishness. It is that love of your team, that connection, that bond that you build, whether short or long term, that gets you engaged, that turns you on the TV, et cetera, that makes you watch and tune on. The only reason I was watching the gymnastics was for Simone Biles. That's it. Don't care about anything else. And so I'll just be 100% honest and say that I was disappointed that she didn't, because I wanted her to, you know how you be like, you know how when the champ on Harlem Nights, he was like, all the racism they was living through, and he was like, I'm gonna kick that white boy ass. That's what I feel like with Dominique Dawes, except she's very articulate. And I was just like, yep, them white girls gonna try from Russia, from all over the world, try as they might. Nothing they can do about it. So that's where I was. Then yesterday, Ruthie, we had our conversation, and I gotta say, y'all made me think about a lot, right? And I feel like I am beyond, I feel like I need to have a paradigm shift, right? I feel like I need a paradigm shift in how I look at sports and entertainment. And maybe I need to take emphasis off of winning and just start to enjoy the fun that the athletes have or don't have. So I felt like I was capturing a moment, but I don't think I did a very good job. So let me read the post that I wrote yesterday. And Ruthie, you could tell me if I needed to get cursed out like I did. All right. So my post was, much love for Simone Biles and her mental health. I think it's a real thing. That stated, I am glad it was less real when the Bulls repeated the three-peat. Not all champions are the same, but the common denominator is challenges that they overcome to be the best. I'm cool with the standard change. I just needed to know. May said. Man, I got whooped on social media. I got called every kind of dog, every kind of use, not sell out or whatever. And I guess what I was trying to communicate was that, I feel like everything that Simone Biles had to go through to get where she was is part of the story. is part of what makes her great, the greatest, right? I don't think she has anything to prove, and so if she wouldn't have gone to the Olympics this year, I would say she was still the greatest.
Mm-hmm.
That stated, I watch sports to see. I feel like sports, no matter what format it is a form of gladiation. It is a form of, and the higher level you go, the more intense the pressure goes. And so what I was suggesting is I recognize that now mental health is more important than the actual sport. As a fan, I am grateful for the times that I had with sports, particularly during the Bulls era. I just couldn't imagine Mike, Game 6, being like, I'm tapping out. I can now. And I can now accept that if an athlete at the top of his game, at the biggest moment, decides that this isn't for them, it's okay. I think we got to stop telling the stories the way we're telling them, though. Like, I don't think the story anymore is, like, I don't know what they tell on ESPN on Sunday morning about the stories of the games and, like, the people overcoming the challenges. I thought that the common denominator for, particularly when they tell the black story, is always the overcoming of all the challenges that you had to make to get through to get here. And even being able to put all that to the side to get it. And I guess my thing is, should I stop looking for the win in sports? And should I now stop thinking of the invincible athlete that plays through and just say, hey man, we should be happy that we have the opportunity to see them when we do? Because I feel as though we're moving to the accepting of the participation trophy. And I have just always been a detester of the participation trophy. Do we need to stop telling the stories the way that we do as these athletes are overcoming triumph and any backstory of their life as part of the marketing, and just be like, they're great while they're great, enjoy the sport and move on and don't take the personal part? But I would tell you that the personal part is oftentimes what makes the story engaging. So, should I stop thinking about wins and losses when I look at sports and athletes? Should I? Because I'll be honest with you, I never thought about the pain, the mental stress, any of the stuff that goes into being an athlete. Or I would say that was all the stuff that came as part of the job. Help me understand. I mean, and I'm not against it at this point. It's like, at this point, I just know this.
What you know?
I ain't buying I got, in this new era, I'm going to be real leery about buying pay-per-view fights. Because good Lord, I sure would hate to think if Floyd came and said, you know what? I just paid $69.95 to watch this, and you ain't feeling it today, dog? I just need to understand what the rules are. And then I'm a roll. It is her body. She has the right to do whatever she wants to do. And I think that if it was a protest, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with whatever it is. I just need to know the rules, because I don't want to be sitting in front of the TV with my $59. Because if she would have had a pay-per-view and it was like, Maze, you got to pay $59.95 to watch them flip, to see her become the greatest in the world ever, blah, 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 I would have did it. When should we not have any expectations? Or should we just figure into sports mental health? And I'm cool with that too. I just need to understand, when is it applicable? I'm down with Kyrie having all the statements in the world that he want to make, but like, yo, cuz,
Oh, you see you see the Kyrie connection, huh?
Well, no, I mean, I feel like, here's me. If you sign the contract to play basketball, you can make all the statements in the world, but you got to be on the court. Or you got to take the pay cut. Now, but all I want to know now is do we have the right to have sports-based expectations of players?
Who are the highest paid, most of the time, the highest paid people in the black community?
Athletes.
And entertainers.
Mm-hmm.
So I think with that being, we kind of, is that a fact? Like, can we say that that's a fact? They're the highest paid people in the black community. Athletes and entertainers.
In general.
In general. So I think a lot of times we do stuff to escape poverty. And once you escape poverty, then you can make different decisions for yourself. The Olympics needs her. She don't need the Olympics. Right now, the way the Olympics is going, you got COVID wreaking havoc. Right now, the Olympics needs her. She don't need the Olympics. She literally broke the mold for the standard of what gymnastics is going to look like in the future. So much so that they not even giving her just due. How you going to change the rules and not give her proper scores? She worked her whole life, set her training regimen so that she could up the difficulty of her moves. That is what she worked so hard for, to do that particular thing. She literally trained every day to up the difficulty of the moves so that she could get the scores that she got, only to have them change the rules to say, we got to discourage this. So literally everything she's worked for, they kind of took it away from her a little bit, if you think about it. She literally worked hard. And you talk about the work that she put in. She worked so hard and trained every day to increase the difficulty score so that she could win those gold medals.
That's not my point now, though.
But I'm saying they changed the rules on her. So why should she want to play play with the system?
I'm not. I'm past Simone, though. Right? Like,
so what you talking about then? If it ain't about Simone, because that is a perfect example of why she should just chuck the deuces to it.
I am saying, so again, what is my expectation? Because then remember, I went to Kyrie, and I went to being, if you sign the contract, right, to play, and I give Simone the right to walk out, change the rules, do whatever. I'm now moving to the place of athletics, right?
Okay, so we talking straight athletics.
I'm talking about, when do you have the ability, like, so should we expect that in the finals, in the World Series, in the whatever, that should we start to prepare ourselves for mental health breaks in the midst of sports? Should we expect that if we buy the Tyson Fury versus what's my man? I can't think of his name. What's the big dude? They got
Wilder, right?
Yep, Deontay Wilder. Fight number 3. We all buy tickets, and Deontay says, "You know what? I've been whooping these white boys for too long, different ways, etc. I'm over it right now." Does he give the money back? I'm not even, all I want to understand is, and I just need for y'all to tell me that we should now expect that at the big game, that if our players, I'm glad I didn't bet on Simone. I'm just saying that's like I didn't have a fantasy. But should we now put into our psyche that our athletes are going to tap out in the big spot if they feel it and be cool with it?
I don't think you can't separate. I don't think it's that simple. I think you have the right to protest against whatever you want to protest against, even if you do sign a contract. They changed the rules up on her. What's wrong with her changing the rules up on them?
I'm with you. So in sports, going forward,
it's not just about sports though. It's bigger than sports. And I think to take it, I think you have a different love of sports than I think some people do. To me, sports cannot be separated from society. You say, well, it's just winning and losing. But to me, you cannot separate sports from society. The highest paid people in the black community are athletes and entertainers. You cannot separate sports from society, in my opinion.
Okay, I this is what I'm gonna say. I'm going to say, and this goes to setting expectations, right? I do. So let me say this. I think Simone Biles is an individual that was put on the team. It was like, so I don't think
she wasn't put on the team. She earned her spot on the team. She was the best person on the team.
There is a U.S. team. In the world. She still was put on the team.
She earned her spot.
Regardless, she's on the team.
It's not regardless because that makes a difference.
She's on the team. She left the team. So obviously it didn't make a difference. She left the team. My point now is, and what I'm really trying to get to is there's a difference in team dynamic. She's an individual artist, an individual athlete within a realm. She's put on a team, but her skills, her win does not depend on anybody else. She can win. Now they win the team medal because of her, but she doesn't. She could compete individually and be completely in control of her own destiny. I'm completely cool with that. I'm curious to know how that plays out in other arenas. I would say, again, I'm cool with Kyrie making all of the statements that he makes. I'm even cool with him saying I'm not going to play. I don't know, but I feel like you say I'm not going to play the season. Now, maybe she used, or maybe he uses his leverage, etc. But I feel like I'm not sure. I have to have a paradigm shift on how I look at sports. I was always thought that you play through. That's not the norm anymore. I'm okay with that. I just needed to understand that, right? So I no longer will expect that anybody plays hurt.
Don't expect LeBron to stay in Cleveland if they're not building the team around him the way that he want. Bye, I'm gone.
Mm-hmm. I think the challenge for the whole scenario here is that I don't know that most of the people following the example will be the best in the world and have the same options. I think when you're the best in the world, you got a whole different set of options. And I will give you that. I just don't know where sports goes now. Like, I just don't. Let me not say I don't.
Power to the athletes. That's where it should go. Power to the athletes, not the owners, not the corporations. Power to the athletes. Take back control over your body, your mind, your spirit.
And I would say,
who cares if you signed a contract? Who cares? Nobody care about contracts no more. Contracts don't mean diddly squat.
Tell that
in
to your mortgage.
Society.
Tell your mortgage broker that.
It don't mean diddly squat. You see how they was able to amend it in the global pandemic? You ain't have to pay your mortgage.
But you about to get evicted.
But no, because you can know contracts don't mean diddly squat.
I just gotta say, this is a very slippery slope that we go down, because I'm just gonna tell you.
Power to the people.
I'm with you. The people, but do the people share the power with you? Do the people want power? Here's my point. I think the moment that we get to a place where contracts don't mean a thing.
They don't mean nothing now.
I disagree.
Contracts don't mean nothing.
I disagree.
How many contracts don't mean nothing in today's society?
Let them not pay LeBron. I bet let somebody say I'm not honoring my contract and we're not paying.
The corporations are honoring contracts.
That means diddly squat though.
People ain't honoring contracts like they used to. It's the world we live in. Look at all these people getting their record contracts reversed.
That's different.
But it's still the same mindset that just because you sign a contract,
yeah, Ruthie,
you ain't locked in. You're not locked in no more.
I don't know about that.
We live in a different time.
I agree, we're living in a different time. I think though that, again, the market always corrects itself.
Look at all the people violating NDAs.
I agree.
Look at we got a whole whistleblower category in society.
There's gonna be a backlash. There will. Let me just say this. There's no way in the world you can say that you're not violent, that contracts don't mean nothing right now until it comes to bite you. When it starts to affect the economy, again, if somebody tells Kyrie, dog, like, yeah, your money's guaranteed, but we ain't honoring that contract, we ain't paying it.
They gonna pay it. Power to the people.
Okay, I'm just telling you that it works both ways. Contracts matter.
See, I see it don't. To me, it don't work both ways because it's been so top heavy for so long that now the power is back in the hands of the people.
The power is not. The power. Let me say this: to have a agreement, everybody has to pull their weight. The contract is you do this, I'll do this.
And it works. It's top heavy. It's been top heavy for so long, but now the power dynamic is shifting in the world of contracts.
No, I think that people just haven't adapted to, they haven't made a response to people breaking contracts. And I think
because what was the alternative used to be that you're going to get jammed up legally, but now people are like, sue me. We living in a different world. I like it. Power to the people.
I say it sounds good till payday come. Look, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Miss Ruthie Moore. DJ Reese the Ruler. DJ Reese been quiet. He been quiet. I just think about tonight being NBA draft night, right? And all of them guys' lives are gonna change, right? They're gonna change. They're gonna go. And I just think about if the rich white guys, well, not even the rich white guys, but just the owner said, yeah, we're gonna sign a contract, but it don't matter.
We don't care what the rich white guys do.
It's
power to the people, not to the rich white guys and the corporations.
There's consequences.
It's always consequences.
I agree.
But you a businessman, so that's why you talking that mess about them contracts.
I'm a businessman that relies on people to do what they say they're gonna do.
Exactly, you do. That's why it's top heavy. It's top heavy on your part. But to the average everyday person that sometimes get locked into these unfair contracts, it ain't right. Power to the people.
Are we suggesting that an NBA contract is unfair in any way, shape, or form?
What? I mean, it's levels to it. But if you put in your mind, body, your soul, look at how much the players make
to play basketball
in comparison to the owners. Heck, he is disproportionate. Now you to the average everyday person, they balling out.
Do y'all understand how big costs? What about the costs?
What costs?
Everything. It costs to pay for the arena. It costs to pay the staff. I think that's one of the things that people gotta grasp. There's a cost to doing business. Mm-hmm. Business ain't free.
Yeah, but it also shouldn't be so top heavy all the time. And that's where the dynamic and it's making it's a societal shift in that way. That's why everybody like, we need fair wages. And you like, wait, I can't afford to pay you $15 an hour because I'm just a small business. But think about all the multi-billion-dollar corporations that's paying people $15. That ain't right. We got to change that. And I'm sorry, Maze, that the small man like you is going to have to suffer because of these changes in societal shifts, but we got to make them.
We make them, and I just think, and guess who loses, though?
The small business person.
Yep.
But also the people, because the people been losing.
I don't know, man. I just think that here's my feelings. You do what you say you're going to do. You say, a contract is this. We got an agreement. You say you're going to do this. I say I'm going to do this. We're going to put this in the drawer. We ain't even got to talk about this. You know your check going to come on this day. I know that I'm going to get X number of games. The moment that goes outside of that realm, you ain't getting taken advantage of. The moment it goes outside of that realm, here's the consequences, or here is what we're going to do to remedy the situation. I don't know if we can afford to. I don't think we've got a handshake relationship in the black community.
We don't. I've been saying that black people can't rely on handshakes. But
we can't rely on a contract.
But you also can't rely on contracts because think about how they used to get us with contracts.
I'm talking about a contract between black people.
But think about how contracts are exploitive, how they used to be really exploitive. And most of the time it's top heavy. It's in the benefits.
Get a lawyer.
That costs money too.
Then you don't need to be in a contract.
That's not, but no, that ain't right. power to the people. Just because I signed a contract when I'm 17, it ain't my fault. I couldn't afford a lawyer because I trusted these people. That's what we seeing a lot of nowadays. We seeing a lot of people getting things reversed because they might have signed them when they was young, or they might have used the company's lawyer.
Yeah.
We keep seeing examples of things like this happening.
I still don't think you throw out contracts.
I know you don't.
No,
because you rely on them.
Well, shoot, you have to. If you don't, the same people that's talking about power to the people will, well, maybe not you, will be the first motherfuckers first people to put a hole in your shit, though. Talk about black power. Fuck out of here. Hey, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Ruthie Moore, once again. Dang, this morning show be popping. I don't know, though, man. No contracts? So how we get it done, Ruthie? How do we get it done?
Depends on what it is. But power to the people.
Which people?
The people.
That white people. It's white people. It's black people.
The people know who they are.
Well, for the Maze Jackson Show, for the people, for Maze and Ruthie and Sonia and Todd. Sonia, we gonna miss you, sis. I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, still tell them. Maze said, we out of here. Peace.
At the club, I'll never forget. Do you remember the words that I said? One night in my bed, you'll never regret. And you, with your pretty brown eyes, I knew, baby, you would change my life. And you opened up my eyes to see. I'm excited for our future, but I love our history. Let's throw back to the day that we first met. Let's throw back. I never will forget. Let's throw back to when we fell in love. Let's throw back, babe. I wanna throw back, babe. Is it just me? Don't you miss those nights sexing on the beach? Playing Isley Brothers in between the sheets. And now we're taking flights from London to Belize. And we're popping bottles, endless shopping sprees. Still sexy as can be. I knew you're still the only one for me. Yeah. I'm feeling lucky as can be. I'm excited for our future, but I love our history. Yeah. To the day that we first met, let's throw back. I really wanna know. Let's throw back. Let's go back.
Don't got the, or they don't got the knowledge. So that's why I say fuck contracts, because it don't mean shit except to the person who oftentimes is on top. The little person ain't getting shit out of that except being